Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a lovely afternoon, evening of Mass, a new generation in Teen Justice Academy. We are potentially down a player. Well, actually, we're down two, but we may have a Rachie join us later or may not, depending upon what happens. But regardless, I have so many plans, by which I mean I have no plans. We will see what happens. This will be organic. Um, by which I may also mean I have a lot of plans, but we'll just see which of these come to fruition. But hey, so why don't we introduce the folks that are here and talk a little bit about what happened last time and where you're at mentally in terms of your, you know, situation, new girlfriend, potential new robot boyfriend situation, whatever. So, hey, Spectre.
Hi, I'm 90 Love, and I am playing Spectre. Spectre is the Scion playbook, kid of a villain. Uh, she's actually doing pretty good for once, you know? Has a girlfriend again, kind of sort of conquered her fear of water. Uh, so she's flying high, feeling a little braver, feeling a little more supported. And yeah, a little sad that Deadlock's gone, but also it's good to have some space. So we're okay with that and happy that she has a sister. So yeah, that's where Spectre's at. Go Tilly.
Hi, I'm Misha underscore lesson 3 on Twitch or at Misha Way on Tumblr. I'm playing Tilly. Tilly exploded last time and now is he, them, masculine presenting. You can tell because of my backwards baseball cap. Um, uh, so Tilly has acquired some of the Kamar Condon technology integrated into his system. So he has like a crystal with all the Kamar Condon history on it and like a necklace that has just kind of become one with the robot, as it were, and also has been granted a cool trident to carry around when he's off doing, superhero stuff, as you do if you need to show off your cool trident fighting skills. So pretty cool. Honorary Kamar Condon and all that. Probably handy because Spectre's girlfriend is also Kamar Condon. So, they can talk about things. I don't know. Anyway, uh, Tilly has decided that now's the time to go through like a dating checklist because that is another thing that teenagers do. And has located the only single member of their team that he knows about, which is Ren, and did a really awkward job on hitting on Ren. It was great. So that's where Tilly's at. Go ahead, Zoe.
Hi, I'm the original Zodi. I play Ren, who's awkwardly being hit on by a robot Tilly, which is quite the situation. She's 100% not sure about it. Mostly because she's still sort of hung up on Spectre. She'll get over it eventually. She's just gotta, be emotional about it first, in the most dramatic way possible. Ren is currently rocking the Bull playbook and will probably have that be her last and final playbook. She also runs the Kitty Cat Cafe. In which she, has coffee machines. Like she's trying to make it a thing. This way, kitty cats get adopted, and we have a base that we're able to kind of hang out in, and yeah, that's pretty much where she's at. She's also not a fan of the water people, like at all. She does not like them.
I mean, they're inherently superior and also nice, and also they are brave and stand strong against the threat of destruction of the planet, like all the time.
That's what my
So,
crystal says.
yeah,
So it's probably true.
yeah,
That's what I think, so it's definitely true.
yeah, yeah. Cool. So, yes, and lest we forget, Deadlock, formerly Impasse, the former protege of Impact, who is Spectre's dad. It's a whole complicated situation. The main thrust of the previous adventure was go deep underwater and investigate something, and that something had to do with Deadlock's sister that Deadlock for a long time thought had died, but she didn't. It was a secret because Deadlock's sister has a really cool power that's extremely rare, and the evil Thonians were attempting to use it to basically shut off all the abilities of the Kamara Khandans and free their way to invade the planet and bring about something really nasty like the end of the world. I think someone had a vision of a giant planet-sized creature eating the planet. Pretty sure that happened. Anyway, so they're trying to bring that about. It's fine. So Deadlock and Sister Sam are off with Impact dealing with some situations. And Resonance has been also dealing with some stuff in her personal and professional life as a teen pop idol who is dating another teen pop idol who is maybe not an excellent human being. So we shall see what has been going on there. But for now, you're down a couple, and I'm going to say that you are at the insert default team name base above the Kitty Cat Cafe, kind of commiserating, talking about what happened. I'm sure being super mature about the fact that your ex-girlfriend now has a new girlfriend who's a water person. And I'm sure not being super awkward and broy in your attempts to date your own team member because no one's told you that's a terrible idea. Except, wait a second, it happened before and everyone said it was a terrible idea.
Okay, but like most of Tilly's context has been seeing the team date each other.
I also appreciate that you're going for the person who last time she got broken up with blew up the base.
Well, that wouldn't happen with me. I'm different.
I'm not like other team members. I'm a boy.
Yeah, this is how you can tell that Tilly has gender switched. Because, oh, it's really fine. I do it. Yeah. Great. This is the worst timeline. Cool. So this is what's happening. You are all at the base. And I would say also, as we were discussing before we started recording, probably thinking it's only been like what, a year maybe, and you have saved the city from an alien invasion, which involved going to space. You have traveled to the past. You have traveled to alternate dimensions. You have traveled to Kamara Khanda, which is the kind of thing that surface dwellers very rarely do. You have worked directly with some of your superhero and pop culture idols, and yet you're still students, basically high school students. And I will say, I think in your interactions at school, I mean, different groups of students get up to cool stuff, right? But it's much more like they go and help clean up the bay. Not they go and clean up the bay, which leads to first contact with an ancient civilization, and you go and save them and the planet, right? So there's a little blend of like appropriate envy, like, oh, you guys are kind of cool at this stuff. Oh, I wish that kind of stuff happened to me. And a lot of like from students who are maybe a bit more ambitious. And that is directed at you in kind of different ways. No one dislikes Tilly because Tilly is just adorable. But there's probably a little bit of, she's like half a villain. Why is she here? Or she doesn't even belong in our timeline. Why is she here hogging all the limelight?
This fight.
I think people probably give Resonance a little bit of a break because it's like, well, I mean, she's been famous since she was like 11, so that's not surprising to them. But there are probably a number of folks who are like, I'm trying to make a name for myself as a young hero, so I can be selected to join a legacy, right? Or maybe we'll make a name for ourselves or whatever, or be sent off into a suburb to be like the next generation of heroes or protect the suburb. And you guys are the ones that are on the front page a lot. So read into that situation what you will. But this is the general vibe that happens while you're sitting in the kitty cat cafe. So what happens? What you talking about? What you doing?
Oh, well, Tilly's obviously doing some trident exercises, just standard ones, lots of spins, all that, but is talking while doing so,
Cool. Unleash your powers.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Rip cats. That's only a 6.
Cool. You blast a hole in the wall.
Help. Wait, I will help.
You are right now talking to Katie. Sorry, Katila. You're on the couch. You're on the couch. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. And
would just hang up.
Bro Tilder is just like, look what I can do with my staff,
Bro
man.
Tilder.
And then blast a hole in the wall.
Well,
Oh. Oops. I meant to do that.
okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. This is the completely normal thing that always happens with tridents.
Yeah.
I wanted a window there.
We could put a window
Ren-
in here.
Bren is just like, she's got this pained look because it's probably like the 30th time she's had to have that specific wall replaced as well as part of the ceiling because things keep falling through.
I know.
Wow, Ren, what's it like to have the base get destroyed all the time? That's crazy.
Where there's a hole, I put in a window. It's how we got a skylight.
Yeah, you hear faintly. It's like,
Cardboard.
now Val, don't make fun of her. Hee hee hee.
Oh no.
Bren is just she's just gonna, dial the people who fix the buildings.
Yeah. So
And let them
of
know
course,
there's a new hole in the wall
yeah,
that requires a window pane.
you're the people that fix the buildings.
I
So
am not the people who fix the building.
cool. Well, how profitable is the Kitty Cat Cafe?
Don't know. We
Because the person who has like
probably-
$37 million is currently off with her rich adoptive father. So you guys probably don't. Although I'm sure,
Oh.
yeah, Val has lots
Yeah.
of resources. It's just a question of whether Violet Scepter wants to break something off for some brick and stucco.
He's gonna call and get an estimate. and
Well,
then
no, I want to know
probably
how
try to figure out
how successful you are at the Kitty Cat Cafe. So I think that's a provoke.
Okay.
Like this is an abstraction of you provoking a bunch of people to buy cats.
Okay. I'm going to have to use an online dice roller because my dice are not yet unpacked.
Ah, no worries. John.
What is it? 2d6, right?
It's always 2d6.
Mhm.
You say that and I always ask it. So, and it's 2d6 plus.
Superior?
It's, yeah, 2d6 plus
Yeah,
superior.
superior. Of which I have nothing. So
Wow,
it's just
red
2d6.
stats.
All right, let's roll this and see what happens. We got a 9.
Well, that's pretty good. So I'll say it's paying the bills. Like you aren't like struggling. You're not raking in the cash because it's basically a cat shelter. But it's also, like you've got a little bit of excess built up. You've been able to pay the insurance.
Yes.
So yeah. You could probably splurge to have some light tech repair bots come by. Speaking of which, there definitely was an HCPD drone that, like, within 30 seconds of you blasting a hole of your own wall, like, came down and looked, and you're like, it's sorry, just training, and it logs it. Just like, whatever, who cares? That doesn't even rate an incident report. Although I would have to imagine that your files with the HCPD are probably pretty
Thick.
extensive. I mean, Spectre's for
Yeah.
sure,
Oh yeah,
but probably everyone else's.
it's fine.
Cool.
Spectre's is mostly in her school file, probably.
So yeah, some autonomous repair bots will show up and begin replacing. What happens? Other than Twice showing up and saying, "Is there a BOGO on cats?"
You know, that's not a bad idea. Ren would totally run a 2-for-1 special for cats. Because honestly, cat population is insane. So Ren is just gonna look at Tilly and just be like, I think training is done for now until we can get a proper space for you to unleash and train, and right now this floor is not it.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. And Tilly looks for a place to put the trident that isn't awkward, but it just kind of ends up next to the door, leaning precariously.
Tilly has suddenly become very fascinated by having a bunch of different sneakers that all kind of look the same, but Tilly is very certain that they're all very different and special. There's probably a pile of them by the door.
I've got a list of things.
Yeah. Tilly goes in and messes up the bathroom for no reason because Tilly doesn't even use the bathroom, but like just like, I'm just gonna leave a bunch of stuff here. Tilly just every time you go by the bathroom, you leave the seat up.
I was gonna say, is like, put the seat up. What are you doing?
Bro stuff.
You gotta leave the
Guy things.
seat up. Guy
I'm
things.
gonna super glue the toilet seat down.
Absolutely.
Tilly rips the entire unit out of the floor. Oops.
Yeah, the whole toilet's gone.
Well, I'm gonna say it's a Saturday, and it's a lazy Saturday, so you don't really have a lot that you have to be doing. I mean, you have the situation where, as has been pointed out, your base is a small apartment that a little old lady used to live in. So it's maybe not the most conducive to the type. It's certainly not like the impound was.
I mean, if you want to do trading, Tilly, we could see if we could go to my place. Hit up mom's space.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Sweet. Shoot mom a text, bringing friends over. Don't be weird.
You get K, heart, eggplant, peach splash.
God, jeez. We're gonna take the back entrance. right into the place, base, spot, whatever. Trading deck.
Yeah. So you super it over to Violet's
Yeah.
townhouse. So I'm gonna say you notice as you pull up, there are a lot of like cars parked in the area, and it's it's a residential area, so it's not that unusual. But you see like a couple of limousines, and some nice cars, and you see like as you approach, you see a van pull up, and a bunch of like 20 somethings in like the typical kind of short sleeve button up with the knit tie, or a kind of a nice but like you bought it at Target kind of pantsuit situation. Kind of young professional intern looking people get out and approach and are let into the front door.
What the hell? It's fine. We can probably just sneak in and go downstairs, where hopefully nobody is.
Sure. You use your key to get in the back and make your way through the kitchen where your robot butler is.
Oh yeah.
The last time I saw your robot butler, you were killing him.
He came at me. I apologize.
You see him go, "Hello, Spectre." Hold on to his head so you don't knock it off again. Your mother is indisposed.
Yeah, I got that. What's going on?
I'm not supposed to say. Would you like deviled eggs?
I mean, yeah, deviled
Okay.
eggs are the best.
So it's in the process of whipping up like 300 deviled eggs.
The deviled eggs are really good. You should have some.
I will have some. Also, what's going on? You can tell us. We're trustworthy.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Was that the front door? He just leaves.
Wow, rude. Ooh, tasty. I'll just grab a whole tray of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take another one because we know Tilly's gonna want more.
Yeah, Ren's gonna go ahead and grab a third because we know
Yes.
Tilly's gonna want more.
Let's take, we'll take about half of the deviled eggs that he's making for these guests.
Just make a beeline for the basement. Go, go,
Yeah.
go.
Or 3 people.
Actually, what do you got here? I give Ren my tray. I want to sneaky sneak. I want to know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, have fun.
Yep.
Come on, Ren. Let's go eat deviled eggs.
Cool.
In the basement.
Yep.
Oh, the code is 523473 ABDZQPS.
Thank you for telling me,
You're welcome.
says Tilly, who was like, I was going to hack it, but that's fine.
So Spectre, you're sneaking around the house, and Tilda and Ren are going down to the sparring room, right?
hmm
Yeah.
Cool. So Spectre, go ahead and unleash your powers. Let's see how sneaky you can be.
How sneaky am I? Probably not. Yeah. Yeah, that's a 4. I'm just like, it's my house. Like, whatever. I live here too.
Yeah. So I'm going to say what that means is that you're sticking around to all the places, and you just don't find anyone or anything. I mean, you can sneak around your mom's bedroom if you want, but you know exactly what you're going to find there.
Yeah, no.
A bunch of evidence of a series of age inappropriate young gentlemen visiting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Tilda and Ren go to what they know to be the kind of practice room and type in the code, and the doors whoosh, open, and it is full of people on those like fold out plastic picnic tables. Like as soon as the doors open, you hear a den, you hear phones ringing, you hear people shouting. There's a bunch of like big screens up, and they're all like displaying graphs. And over in a corner, there's obviously kind of a hastily built, like temporary walled in kind of conference room. And you see a bunch of people kind of hunched over laptops and stacks of paper. It is a den of activity.
Is this like a stock exchange?
And everyone kind of turns to look at you all like, and then the phone rings. They get back to their business.
Exactly. We assess the situation.
Sure.
In the meantime, Ren's gonna text Spectre and just be like, "Your mom's being weird in the basement."
Oh no, not again.
That's a 12 on the assess the situation.
Ask your questions.
Also, Richie put her ninja link in Discord.
Excellent.
Yes, Rachie is arriving. And is in the lobby.
Yes, and is in the lobby.
I will pull Rachie in.
What here is the biggest threat, I guess?
I mean, you can be creative, right?
Yeah, I mean, like what are they doing exactly? They're busy. There's graphs, there's numbers, there's a conference room.
Yes. So it appears that the graphs are public sentiment analysis. There's like an issues board with like basically how people vote. Like what are the things that are like what are the single issue voters? What are the things that like are really driving people? What are like the general opinions? There's a breakdown of the various different voting districts within the city. And they are color coded. They are gray, and those are the ones that have like Groucho +5. And then there are a number of districts that are kind of a purpley color.
When is the next mayoral election?
6 months.
Okay, cool. Interesting. And this is like city based. And yeah, I'm just going to bank another question because I don't think I need to know anything else about what's going on here other than it looks like Spectre is Spectre's mom trying to run for office, or does this look like it's helping the mayor? I guess that's the
Oh
other
no, it
assessment.
100% looks like a campaign headquarters.
Okay. Yeah. Carry on, I say.
And Rachel's here.
Hey, Reggie. And I shut the door. I tell Ren to say, I text to say, your mom's running for office.
You just hear from like upstairs in the house. What?
Ren's gonna follow it up with a text of your mom's being weird in the basement with politics.
This is almost worse than normal. Well,
hey, does Rachie want to introduce Resonance and what Resonance has been up to while we are all doing stuff under the sea?
No. Residence is residence. And is not happy at all. He's still very angry. I think you were informed that I went on a yoga retreat or something like that. This is not true. I didn't leave Halcyon City for a long time. And what was happening is the things with the Berserker were happening a bit more. So like people, oh, did I go away?
Yep.
nope,
Oh,
that
okay.
was no.
Nope. So,
Okay. So like innocent people were getting hurt more well, not innocent, like low level criminals were getting hurt more and stuff, and then Cody mysteriously got hurt one time quite badly. My relationship with him hasn't been in the press as much. And now I have gone away, and I've been away in what you guys don't know. I've been away in France, in Paris, talking to people about acting roles, because that has no connection to anything that we had in a previous story.
Yeah.
And that's where my flight was delayed from.
Yes. But you are still on the group. You are still on the group text. So you hear.
Yes.
So you see the whole like your mom's being weird in the basement with politics. You're like, oh.
Yes.
Geez.
Yeah, I've not left the chat yet.
Yeah.
Many times my finger hovered over the button. But not as of yet. I did turn off notifications.
Great. I think probably the last thing that residents heard was maybe a little bit confusing because you had seen, it came across your social feed that there was like some charity event that was being headlined by home run. And then you flip it open and it's a different person. Like maybe a couple of years younger. Somewhat similar, but noticeably different costume. And then buried down a couple of paragraphs in the linked story was that Cody had decided to take a step back to focus on his family and his studies, and that because a lot of young, particularly like superstar superheroes, are sponsored. So basically, a new home run was named. This kid named Ezra, I think, and he's got a story. You know, he was a star baseball player in his little town in Iowa, and then was struck by lightning and got, you know, amazing superpowers, and now uses them for good. And if you're curious, a quick check suggests that maybe he is actually, I mean, as far as you can tell, a relatively decent person. And you know the media, it's like if their most recent home run was problematic, they probably would have pulled someone very non-problematic. If the advertisers were maybe getting a little bit suspicious about backing anything having to do with the former home run. So a little bit of extra context. So yeah, you're in Violet for Mayor campaign headquarters. What happens?
I shut the doors. Obviously, they don't need deviled eggs. These are mine. And I'll eat them as I wander back to where we came from. I don't know where else we're supposed to go. Are there any other rooms in this basement?
I mean, yeah, there's like storage. There's all kinds of
Cool.
stuff.
I'll just poke around until I find a cool place to hang out.
Yeah.
That has a place to sit, so we can eat the deviled eggs in peace while we wait for Spectre to find us.
There's probably 100% a like supervillain conference room.
Oh, that seems fun. We can hang out in there.
Very dramatic, very purple.
The chairs, I presume, are incredibly high back chairs.
Exactly.
Yes. But the one at the head of the table is the highest back chair.
Yeah.
Yes. There are, in fact, several cats that are in the room, so that way they can hop onto your lap and you can pet them.
Sure. And there are a number of small purple people.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, hey.
They are on the table, and it looks like they are busy making signs. Like they've got some scaffolding erected, and they've built this little automation thing, like with rollers, and there's a whole bunch of them pulling, and they'll pull a sign underneath the scaffolding, and then they'll paint and spray Violet for Mayor. Oh, hey there.
I'm gonna. Hey, how's it going? You guys want some deviled eggs?
Oh yeah, for sure. These are Midwestern purple people. Oh, gee, thanks, bud.
No problem.
Yeah, we were just finishing up. If you need the place. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. No, you can keep going. It's all right. I'm just waiting for a friend, and I'll text the group again of like in the conference room. The purple people are making signs.
Oh yeah. We're 100% behind Violet. It's good color.
Yes, it is one of many colors that are pleasing to look at.
Yeah, but it's kind of the best color, right?
No.
I mean, it is. I mean, look.
I think it's in the... Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, it is a very great color, Tilly says, remembering that they are purple people.
Yes. Right. Well, they will... their whole contraption's on tracks, and so they'll crank it up, and a little foreman will make a noise, and they'll just slowly move it down to the far end of the conference table to make room for you. What happens?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's I go down there and so I'm gonna deal some of the devil days. It's my coping mechanism. Yeah, I didn't think that they would be in the basement. So much for training. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's okay. I can spin the trident around somewhere else. Hey, do you guys know what she's campaigning on or about?
Well, let's see. Reduce taxes for people who don't have a bunch of money. More taxes for people who do have a bunch of money. Uh, better education, better services, a new advanced detection system that's supposed to it's like AI something. It gives a bunch of like warning for the next big invasion or catastrophe. A whole bunch of good stuff. Plus she's, Violet.
Fair, fair.
Man, she's taking this whole redemption art thing really seriously.
Zill's in the lobby. Or the
Yes, Zozan.
Cool.
well, that's cool. Zoe,
You know, Tilly, maybe, I mean, you can practice with the trident, but maybe the best practice is to actually use it.
on what?
I don't know, we could go find trouble, probably. We're superheroes.
Trouble does seem to find us a lot.
It does.
We could just ignore this entire thing going on with your mom right now.
I
Well,
would
there
like
you
to
are,
do that.
sweetie.
No!
One of my campaign aides said that they could have sworn that they saw you poking around the house. And I was like, that's my girl.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, and you brought your little friends too. Why does it smell like deviled eggs in here?
Tilly's eating a lot of deviled eggs.
Hey, Vito. Good job on those signs. We only need like 10,000 more.
So running for mayor?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Cool. Good luck with that. Why?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the bookies are giving us has like a 7 in 10 chance. So I kind of got drafted because people are like, oh, who's going to run against Mayor Groucho? It's like, Mayor Groucho is completely ineffective. I mean, you've met him.
Yeah, he kind of sucked.
He presided over, you guys were there. He presided over the entire city hall being sucked into a pocket dimension because he didn't listen. Plus, I'm just saying, if you make friends with people who live in the walls at City Hall, you learn all kinds of things.
Yeah, they were kind of right up your alley with the whole purple thing, Violet.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't have planned it better. So, yeah.
Cool. Great. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
So, did you stop by? Did you want to volunteer? Do you want to come to some of my rallies? It'd be great to have you next to me. Like, look, my daughter, the hero.
Maybe another time. We were actually just looking for a place to let Tilly practice swinging a trident around.
Oh, from Kumarkanda.
Yeah.
How are things with Kate Tila?
They're great. We're doing great.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you approve.
Well, yeah. I don't love the whole long distance thing, but you do you. Maybe you should invite her to come and stay. Well, probably not here because of all the press and all my interns.
Yeah, there's a lot of interns.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out where we'd stay first. I don't think we'd want to stay here.
Well, don't you have that horrible little apartment above that cat place?
Yeah, but it's a horrible little apartment above a bunch of cats.
Oh, so you were like coming to use the gym. Okay, well, you can't because obviously that's campaign headquarters.
Oh.
Well, I own a bunch of warehouses.
It's true. We could go to the warehouses.
Yeah, you can hang out. Well, no, not that one. No.
Are they all full of signs?
Just well, well, something. Um, okay. Go to the one. Go to the one that is down on Elm and 24th. I think that one's probably okay.
Okay.
Oh, but here, take this. And she'll pull something out of her pocket. Just take that with you, just in case.
What is it?
Oh, it'll deactivate any of the death rays.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing
I
to
can't
have.
remember if that's one of the ones that I set the death rays in or not.
It'd be better to be safe than sorry. It's a little bit
Probably.
freaky when they go off, you know.
Probably.
Only back handspring out of the way of so many death rays.
Right? Just like when you were a kid.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got to go back and, crunch the numbers and write a speech and all that good stuff.
Yeah, great, cool.
So think about what you're going to do so I'm not moving into the mayor's mansion. Obviously, the place is a dump. But think about what you're going to do when your mom is mayor.
Yeah, I guess I should probably start thinking about my future.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's daunting. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'll just be a superhero. Plan.
Yeah. His mom is a mayor.
Yeah. No pressure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be great. You're up for it. Oh, and I'm sure your friends are too. All right, bye, sweetie. I'm busy.
Okay, bye.
Say hi to Katila.
Yep, I'll let her know.
Cool. And she sweeps out.
Dear God, let's get out of here, please.
Cool. To this death ray warehouse then.
Yeah.
Do you share the location in the group text?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to death ray warehouse for training. Laser.
Insert address.
Which gives the residents an opportunity to arrive at about the same time that the Saber containing Spectre, Tilly, and Ren arrives. Residents, Tilda looks a little different.
A lot different. There's an art, I think, in the channel, but much farther up. But basically, Tilly is a guy, pretty much. Is 6 feet tall or 1 inch taller than Ash, whichever is taller. Has some Kamar Condon stuff integrated into his body system, things like that. And also trident.
Yes, a cool glowing trident. Spectre and Ren look pretty much the same. More or less. So, awkward moment as Resonance's super sleek town car and Spectre, Tilda, and Ren's Super arrive, and you all kind of pop out at the front of this nondescript warehouse, one of many properties that your mother owns throughout the city, and kind of look at each other. What happens?
Man, I better go make sure the death rays are turned off.
Ren's gonna look at Resonance and just go, welcome back. How was your time away? Did you do what you set out to do? She's trying to be friendly. She even smiles.
Spectre's just gone.
Boy, did you miss a lot while you were gone.
Like what?
Well, Val's got a new girlfriend who is from under the water. We went under the water to save a bunch of people and ourselves and the planet. There's a new window in the Kitty Cat Cafe, and then she's going to dramatically both hand to Tilder, kind of like, ta-da! And this happened.
It's fine. It happens. someone tore my head off and I regenerated. It's fine.
And don't
That's
be
someone being-
surprised if you find the toilet seat constantly up. We're working on it.
I read a list of things that guys usually do, so I was trying to make sure that they are done. Any rate, Deadlock's off with her long lost sister, so she's going to be off the grid for a while.
Cool. So are you still? I should go back to the accent. So are you still Tilly, or are you?
Yeah, no, I'm
Have
Tilly
Okay.
or Tilder.
So your name is the same.
Yeah.
What about your pronoun?
He, them, either of those things.
He, them.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So why are we here?
Oh, well, I wanted to train with this cool new trident I had, and I thought I had everything under control, but I actually blew a hole in the wall of the kitty cat cafe. And so
the new window.
Yeah. So maybe instead I'll blow a hole in the wall of this warehouse instead. I mean, probably not. I think I have a handle on it. It was just a little, with tridents and everything. So, just training stuff. Because we don't really have a good training space exactly. And we were going to go. That is true. But I didn't realize you were back yet. And also, welcome back. Glad you're here.
Mm.
I hope your yurt vacation was relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, so cool.
Perfect. Any rate, Spectre invited us over to her mom's place, but apparently her mom's running for office.
Oh, you went to Spectre's mom's place. Oh, cool.
Yes.
She's got a
It was
great
cool. There were a
relationship
lot of
with her
people there.
mom now. Yeah. People.
It's all like, yeah, moms are great.
Yeah. So should we go inside?
Yeah, the death rays are probably deactivated if there are any.
Can't be having no death rays.
You punch in a code, you walk in, you see like 50 turrets, like super high-tech looking turrets, like pull back into the walls and ceilings and floors and then be closed over with metal coverings. So in fact, the death rays have been deactivated. So you're good. It's literally just a big empty warehouse.
Perfect.
Plenty of space
Probably
for you to blow
reinforced.
stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
All
whatever
right.
whatever was being stored in here, probably advanced weapons or something, has been removed. So what happens?
Tilly proceeds to try the routine again without blasting a hole in the wall? Question mark.
Cool.
I'm sure it looks really cool.
Roll
And
it.
it does, because this unleashed power got an 11.
Ah, very good. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. You just blast into the wall. And in fact, it has been reinforced because you don't blast a hole in it. And I will say, yes. I will say that the unleashing of a powerful energy weapon is going to trigger some sort of automation. And a bunch of superheroes. I'm going to say 4 superheroes spring into existence. Tilly, you don't have to make a roll. These are hard light projections. They are not superheroes that you recognize. They seem to be, they're either based on superheroes that you've never seen before, or they're just kind of generic superheroes. And then you hear a soft computer voice. Training routine, Violet, 17B, activated. And then the hard light superheroes advance on you all. Hey, who's the leader of the team right now?
Oh boy.
We got no idea.
I think we all like Tilly, so probably Tilly.
I did activate this.
You
Yeah,
did.
Tilly activated it. Tilly gets to be leader.
All right. Do you have influence over everyone, Tilly?
No,
I don't.
you don't have influence over me.
Spectre.
Do you all have
Darn it.
do you all have the same purpose in the fight?
Yeah.
If that purpose is being confused, absolutely.
I mean, defend self from hard light projections. Yeah.
Sure. Does anyone mistrust Tilly?
No.
Nope.
And are is the team ill prepared or off balance?
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
we
Cool.
weren't expecting this.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 is 3. So you have 3 team.
I think it's cheating. Resonance does not have the same thing as everyone else.
Well, I think
I
there's
was
like
sat in a I'm sat in a corner writing in a notebook.
okay. So 2 team.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Ren is gonna look at Tilly and just go, can you make them not hostile? Can you do the thingy with the stuff and the hacking?
Oh, but then it wouldn't be very good training, would it? Tilly says, running up to punch one of them.
Okay, so Tilly is directly engaging.
Yeah.
Like a bro would.
Yeah. I'm growing
Probably.
this one.
Resonance is writing in a notepad.
That's 10.
Oh, cool. Make your choices.
So I will resist or avoid their blows and then create an opportunity for your allies.
All right.
So I think, yeah, in this case, probably doing like an alley-oop to grab one of them and just kind of send them at Ren to deal with.
Thanks.
Here you go. Serve them up.
This is how you flirt, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
And only describe the individual you're fighting. They are in a brown. You're not quite sure at first what it is, but it's some sort of costume. Hey, SJ. Some sort of animal style costume. With a tail, but you're not sure what it is, but it's just kind of brown and you can't recognize it. But they have a pouch in the front, kind of like this resizing metamaterial pouch, and they reach in and pull out a couple of boomerangs. And then we're just about to toss them at you guys when Tilly just came up and uppercut up into the air. So, Ren, what do you do?
Ren is going to attempt to punch the projectiles.
Like knock them out of the individual's hands?
Oh, if they're not being flung at her, then
They were
then no,
getting ready
she's-
to when Tilly came and knocked him up in the air and said, "Get him, Ren."
Oh well, then she's just gonna superhero jump up and punch them in their gut.
All right, that's directly engage.
That's a 2d6 plus Not that one. This one.
Danger.
And a danger. Okay. Danger is this is good. We got a 12 on that.
Cool. You know, reroll it. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that major vein.
We got a 9.
Okay, make your choices. Or your choice.
I'm going to impress, surprise, and frighten the opposition
All right.
because it was kind of flashy, a little bit badassy.
Sure. So you leap up in the air and punch him a couple times and do some Super Bowl kind of martial mojo, and then you hear difficulty increase level 2.
Huh. Inspector, President.
And then out of the corner of your eye, you see something speeding towards you. Take a powerful blow.
See, we don't have any conditions, so we're okay there.
Okay.
Got a 7, so we're gonna
Choose one.
let's see. We're gonna go ahead and give ground.
Cool. What you see speeding towards you as you turn your head to look at it, it's a fist. It's a big old fist on the end of a very long kind of elasticy string. One of these hero simulations is clearly a metamorph of some sort. So massive fist, probably the size of a photocopier, slams towards you. And then you're like, oh no, right before it hits you, it just splits open and then wraps around you. And so you're just bound up in this like rubbery, disgusting mess and then held up in the air. And then it's going to whack you against the floor repeatedly.
Okay. Every time she hits the floor, she's going to go, Spectre, I'm not voting for your mother.
You're not 18 yet. You can't vote.
All right. Who's next?
I'll punch some holograms. Sure.
Cool. One of them is running towards you, and as it does, it just pop, 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 splits
Of course it does.
into multiples. They get a little bit smaller as they split, though. It's weird.
Cool. I got a 10.
All right, make your choices.
I will resist or avoid their blows. Cool, jumpy, acrobatic crap, because that's what it do. And take something from them. I'll just like go around and knock out the duplicates to get rid of the multiples.
Cool. So what does it look like?
Lots. I mean, I'm probably using bits of the warehouse to like jump around and then just kind of like dropping on them ambush style, and then like all of them in a circle, and then I do like the grab onto a bar and then kick all of them really fast.
So a very Black Widow sort of situation.
Yeah.
And you do once you do enough, it disrupts one of the duplicates. And I would say that you see that the duplicate is wearing some sort of like high-tech belt.
Mm.
So this is probably a technological power as opposed to a parahuman or metahuman power.
Cool.
Residence is just literally like reading over a contract or something.
Right, just every now and again I look up, just check they're all right. Just like,
All right. Who's
this is
next?
training. Like, they're not in real danger. That's what I think. I'm like, well, they wanted to train. Like, I've been training for months now.
It's true.
All I've been doing is train. And that's what's going on with residents right now. So she's seeing that they're not in that much of a trouble. Nobody's asked for help because, you know, they're training. That's what they came here to do. She doesn't know how these weird bunker places work. So yeah, she's drawing some triangles right now.
There you go.
Nice.
So Ren is being beaten on the floor, ceiling, and walls of this place.
Yeah. That's a normal amount of trouble. Any rate, I'm gonna have to get Ren out of that thing, I guess.
All right.
That would probably be helpful.
So you're gonna protect,
Yeah. I'm great.
or are you
at
gonna
that.
are you gonna directly engage and hope to take something away from them?
I mean, I feel like that will be easier for me if I just kind of like attack the stretchy hand enough that it would like to recoil.
Cool.
I'm going to use a major boon.
Okay.
That double one roll.
Ooh.
Next one is 8.
Cool.
So
You want to take something from them?
yeah, I would like to take Ren away from their grasp.
All right. So how does that look?
I think Tilly is going in and just sort of grabbing the stretchy hand and just kind of like wiggling it, but like trying to throw the person around instead. To hopefully they would recoil.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. And then you throw the elastic hero off balance enough that they let go, and the bands of elastic flesh that were wrapped around Ren kind of draw back, and Ren is spun like a top across the room. There's a moment where it kind of glides due to gyroscopic motion and then slams into the wall and slides down. Ren is super dizzy, but no longer grappled. Cool. I think Tilly needs to take a powerful blow. I'll describe what happens once I get the result of your thing.
That is an 8.
Cool. So what is happening is an individual who has kind of been like back a little bit, like hasn't really engaged, sees this happening and kind of sneaks behind you. And then you feel the air around you start to solidify. And it's like you're pushing through, at first, it's like you're pushing through water, and then it's like you're pushing through like sand, and then it's just slowly solidifying. And you can feel like enormous pressure, but of course your chassis can handle it. So what is your choice for?
I think I give ground, your opponent gets an opportunity. Because
All right. They are going to lift you up and slam you up against the ceiling. And then I need Spectre to unleash your powers. I'm giving you a chance to dodge because you're seeing all this.
I got a 3.
Yeah.
Cool. It gets it's that same feeling of like it's like everything around you gets really, really solid, and then you are pulled down onto the ground, and all these slightly smaller duplicates just start punching you. So take a powerful blow.
Wow.
Got an 8.
All right.
I think you're doing great. I'm so glad that we're doing that thing where we fall in love with our teammates again. I will. I think I look over and see Resonance just kind of doing her own thing, and I think I'm gonna lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action.
Okay.
Be like, Rez, look, I get you're mad. Little help, please. Do something.
Can't you just turn it off? It's like, isn't it your mom's training program?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's my mom's, not mine.
So you can't turn it off. What happened to the Bibby thing?
Good
that
question.
turned the radar, like the
Well, that was the Death Ray one, not the hologram one.
there's different remotes.
I mean, yeah.
That seems sensible.
Well, it's in case somebody takes the Death Ray remote, and they break in here, then at least there's the holograms. It's like, just please,
So
we
you
need
knew
help.
about the holograms.
No, yes, maybe. I don't know. I've been to every single one of the warehouses.
Okay. You put my notebook down. And I get up.
Somewhere,
I just
someone,
gonna-
somewhere, a blogger has just released a super critical blog post about all of you, resulting in a bane.
Is it Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Kelly. Our actual nemesis.
Kelly.
Residence is talking to Spectre. It's like, can't you just turn it off? And then you get a beep on your phone. The superhero creative agency, your agency, is like, have you done anything to tick off this blogger? Because they are out for blood.
I just write back, no, I love her. She's hilarious.
There you go.
She
All right.
that's her thing.
So, Resonance.
Okay. So Resonance, what are you gonna do? Resonance is gonna assess the situation.
Yes.
Because obviously there's a bunch of stuff. I've just got up and actually looked around and gone,
Right.
So I'm going to try and assess the situation to see what I should do first. And I got an 8. And assess the situation is with...
You can ask one. Oh, sorry. Oh,
No, but
it's
it's
plus
with
superior. Plus superior.
And my superior is... Come on, Rachel. You can do this. 2, so it's 10.
All right. So you can ask 2 questions.
What is the greatest threat? I know that's one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely the holograms.
Not a particular one, 0.
No. Oh, I would say, and to be more precise, this is now on level 2.
Yeah.
You suspect that there are multiple additional levels, and to Spectre's point, this technology and the programming was designed to test an adult superhero. So it is probably inherently more challenging than a lot of the training routines that you guys have been through.
Okay, so...
It can get worse.
Okay. Okay, what here can I use to turn it off to end the program?
So as you stand up and kind of look around, Ren is just trying to stand up doing this. Spectre is just covered in, because the duplicate hero is just making more and more and more of them, and they're getting slightly smaller, and they're just piling on you.
Yeah.
You see that when Tilda was wrapped up, they dropped their staff, their trident. And as you're looking, you see the occasional sparkle of light. You see a hard light emitter in the ceiling. So you think if you can use the staff against the hard light emitter, that might shut off the system or impair it in some way. Unless you fail horribly, in which case it might kick it up to difficulty 4.
Kill. So obviously I'm gonna go get that trident and give it a go, because right now I'm quite nonchalant about everything. So I'm like, new piece of equipment. Why not give it a go? Try and turn that hard light off.
All right. I think that's an unleash.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I only have one screen, so my life
Oh, no
is
worries.
a lot harder. Whee! I rolled a 9. Unleashes
Freak.
with what?
Freak.
Freak. Freak. My freak is -1, so it's 8.
All right. Cool. And what's your choice?
Let's see.
You can mark
my
a condition and it works perfectly, or not. It's unstable or temporary.
Let me look at my conditions. I will mark afraid, I think, because I'm assuming, story-wise, that whatever I do might be kind of scary. So I think I'm going to throw it. Something's going to happen, and that's going to make me scared.
Okay. And you know that there's a potential consequence. And you haven't, I like that too, you haven't really seen Tilly use the trident other than just a couple of times, so you're not quite sure how it works. So
Literally
you're
just
like,
now.
it's like, is there a way to, like, you've seen them fire it, but you're like, there's no like button. So you're just like, whatever. And then just draw back and huck it
Yeah.
at the ceiling. And it does. It is successful. There is a shower of sparks. The hard light heroes fade in and out. And then eventually, training completed. Till your trident is now stuck in the ceiling.
Cool.
I can get it.
Cool.
Just climb up the walls.
Parkour up the wall, and then
parkour up the wall and just
monkey bars it over and grab it. Yeah. Double flip in the air, 3-point landing.
Yeah. Super cool.
Thanks, Resonance. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize that was in here. Thought it was just the death rays.
No. I mean, sucks you didn't know. But just ask your mom for the controls, because that's kind of useful.
I don't think it's useful anymore.
Yeah, we can fix it.
Yeah, we could fix it. That's
Well,
really
not
good
we, but
training.
We could
somebody.
probably fix it.
Val's mom can fix it.
I think she's a little preoccupied.
Yeah. We don't need to worry about that.
You can pay somebody to fix it.
How does
It'll get fixed.
Bro Tilder feel about paying repair people?
Oh no.
No, I mean, I could definitely fix it. I could fix it right now.
Does Bro Tilder manifest a hard light tool belt?
I don't need, maybe. It'd be funny.
Tilly, no.
I don't need to ask for directions, and I don't need anybody's
Just
help to repair
At
things.
least look at this this MeTube video.
That's basically asking for somebody for help. Also, I literally use hard light on a day-to-day basis.
That's true. Are you immediately interfacing with the system?
But
Yes,
do you
obviously.
know the system? That's
Well,
my
we're gonna
concern.
find out.
What? Says Tilly, interfacing with the system?
Ren's just gonna sit on the floor and put her head in her hands and go, "Oh God."
How about you unleash Sarah Tilder?
That is a 14.
Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a spare.
Oh,
There,
yeah.
there. It's like there's a rotating wheel of these emitters, and that one is damaged, but you can literally just rotate it and turn the thing back on if you want to. And you figure there's a crawl space up top that if you could get up there, you could easily repair it. It's just a little bit of physical damage. But you also get more information about this place. There is 100% subfloor, like kind of in the middle of the big open warehouse space. You can see that there's a lot of machinery beneath that will open it up and create a staircase to go down into what clearly is one of Violet's many bases. And there is also toward the back a some sort of lift. So there's a set of like almost like blast doors, and there's a lift, and you can detect some large mechanical object, specifically a vehicle that is on that lift.
Okay, so there's a cool basement and there's some sort of vehicle behind those doors. Anyway, I'm gonna open the basement, dramatic basement reveal situation.
Can Tilda resist getting a look at the vehicle?
Yeah. You gotta do this one thing at a time.
Okay, so that's open. And we'll say the lift rises up and open. So think Batmobile meets Voltron. And purple.
That's where that went.
Your
That
mom
was like
paid
my favorite car growing up.
Yeah, your mom paid a bunch of money for this thing and then drove it like 3 or 4 times, and it was super duper gaudy. And also like maybe a little bit overkill, which is saying something for your mom. But this is back in the day when she thought she was going to build her own little retinue. So the central pod can drop down inline wheels and become kind of like a covered in motorcycle, and then the two front and back pieces also, like, it's one of those things that's a dually. So on the 4 sets of wheels, it's two thick wheels. It's great. It's highly armored, move pretty fast, has a jet booster out the back, but they can also split off, and then the wheels will rearrange into inline, so it can become effectively 5 vehicles. But if you activate it and you're driving around accidentally, like if you're going to parallel park and you hit the wrong lever, so instead of going into reverse, you go into swarm mode, it just like pops off, and then you're stuck there, and you have to have someone come and winch it up and reattach it. So it's not super practical. At least that's what your mom determined back in the day. And it's a little retro. And then down below, you see kind of your mom's typical base, right? So computer system. This is not like super cutting edge. This is probably a place that she hasn't used in a long time, but still pretty extensive. And then just like a massive armory. Not a huge amount of really fun toys. Probably all the super fun stuff was removed before this place was turned into a more regular warehouse. But there's still, like, as you guys look in there, there's a whole bunch of like little glowy guns and swords and knives and sticks and just weapons.
So how do we feel about a new base?
Like a training base.
Yeah.
Also,
No,
is it legal?
I'm perfectly content as long as Spectre clears it with
Already texting mom, hey, can we
Violet.
just, like, crash here?
I mean, that place is probably filthy. It hasn't been
We'll
cleaned in
clean it.
years. I mean, I guess, sure.
Sweet. We're using it.
Did I leave any of the lev belts in there?
Looking around, no.
They probably would be like in a crate or something.
Searching through crates.
What is a good? Why don't you unleash?
Oh, I have all the best stuff.
Oh yeah, you have all the best stuff. Do that.
Yeah. Cool. That's a 10.
Cool. Which means you find something super cool, right?
Yep.
So you're like, no, I don't see any. And she's like, no, it'd be in a crate. It would have like my purple V on it. And eventually you like pull some cardboard boxes out, and yes, there's a crate. And there's a half dozen lev belts.
Cool. Yeah, I found him.
All right, cool. Well, so remember when you were like 8 and you put one of them on, and then you were like flying around the neighborhood, and then you fell and broke your leg?
Yeah.
So just be careful with those. They're not
They
super
regenerate, I'm
reliable.
fine.
Yeah. Maybe your robot friend can find a way to make them not quite as temperamental.
Oh my god, we can all fly. Tilly, if we fix these belts, we can all fly.
Ooh, that'd be convenient. We're spending a lot of money on supers.
Yeah. That's fine. We still have Impact's card in there, I think, right? Probably.
Maybe.
Anyways, I
just-
immediately put on one of the lead belts.
All right.
Right, before fixing it. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Unleash.
Oh boy. That sounds so well today. It just keeps getting lower. I'm going from 4 to 3 to 2.
Or 2 total.
Yeah, I got -2 and freak. I rolled a 4.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a good thing that you have regenerative blah, blah. Good thing
Healing
you can
powers.
regenerate.
Yeah, that one.
So I will say, because it's extra bad, that you remembered that there's like a safety latch. So you double check and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I should be a little bit responsible. So you lock the safety latch, which means it's harder to get off. So for a good like 2 seconds, it works exactly as you remember. It just like levitates you off the ground. You're floating. You're like, see, guys, this is great. And you kind of lean one direction, and then like a Segway on your first attempt, it just starts shooting you off in that direction. You bounce off a couple of walls and then shoot up out of the open stairway, and like roll and slam into stuff, and eventually it just pins you up against the ceiling.
These are great.
You okay, Spectre?
I'll be fine in about like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, because these haven't been charged. And you can see the
Yeah.
little red light. Beep, beep, bloop, bloop. Hang still for a second and then fall 20 feet. Smack.
Whee! Yep. I'm
All
good.
right, sounds good, Spectre.
Yep,
Says
I'm great.
Tilly, looking to see if she can. Can fix up the belts.
You just need to charge them.
Yeah.
And there's probably you think that as you scan it, the hardware is fairly straightforward. It's the software that could probably use an upgrade. Specifically, like virtual intelligence assisted attitude control, things like that.
What's the worst place to get coffee in America?
Worst place?
McDonald's.
McDonald's? Not
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
No, Dunkin' is one of the ones that's right up there with Starbucks. It depends on which coast you're on who likes it more.
Okay. So, Tilly, just while you guys were like fighting and stuff, like training, there was this blogger, the blogger that's always like mean about us, and they wrote a scathing blog about us, which I think is kind of funny, so it's fine. But I think we should hack their account, like social media account, and change their status to McDonald's is the best coffee. Just, because people won't like that.
Yes, that does sound
Mick.
great.
I don't mean Mac, I mean Mick.
Right. McRonald's.
Mick Ronalds, yeah.
Yeah.
Reynolds, yes.
Has
Yeah,
the best coffee.
I kind of like that idea.
Cool.
I'm doing it.
Hack it up.
That is
And then
a 9.
also send out a bunch of really bad puns. Just and please at someone called Justice TV to all of them.
Yeah.
Please.
Done and done. So that was only a 9. So I'll mark a condition of guilty because I know this is actually a wrong thing to do,
Okay.
but I am doing it.
Cool. And I assume Resonance is going to amplify.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
yes.
would think McRonald's is the best coffee with a screenshot.
Yeah. And also we've changed their name to some bad pun like that like Bart Simpson used to ring up Moe's Tavern with, like IP freely or Seymour Butts.
MFK stands for McRonald's Fantastic Coffee
Yeah.
with a K.
Yeah.
Which McRonald's actually has to spell it coffee with a K because they can't legally call it actually coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's my contribution.
Somewhere a blogger who used to be an antagonist has now decided that they are your arch nemesis.
Yeah.
And someday when they have a name to address our team with, they'll be right on it.
Right. This is how you insulate yourself from criticism, is you don't have a team name, so they can't criticize you.
That's
Like,
very
that
hard.
team,
Exactly.
that one. It's like, no, which one? That one that doesn't have a name. Are you making that up? It's like, no, it's the default team. What?
Team default name.
Cool. So this place is not cool like the impound. And it obviously hasn't been used and probably doesn't, like, various different systems don't work super well. But it's a fixer-upper.
It's a step up from the Kitty Cat Cafe.
It's true. Although you do have a really awesome communication setup at the Kitty Cat Cafe.
That's true.
Although if you wanted to move it, you could finally let that poor old lady move back into her house. Since he just kicked her out.
I mean, we definitely can't make that decision yet because it wasn't it given to brain
Deadlock.
SJ's
Deadlock?
character.
Deadlock.
Impasse. Deadlock, yeah.
No. Doesn't Deadlock have their own apartment?
Yeah.
elsewhere?
Deadlock
Kitty
has-
Cat Cafe was given to us for the superhero or supervillain
Oh,
disguise.
okay.
and
Okay.
he just gave it to you and has decided that, and just can basically keep it. It's fine. No big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was also no mention of the little old lady who lived up there either.
No, she just disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you moved
Yeah.
in, you could
Fine.
tell that some
Clearly
little old
nothing
lady lived
for
there
a
because of
future.
all the
The
geese
furniture.
with gingham bows around their neck, wood carvings on the wall, and all the
And the
various
dolly
different.
over the toilet roll.
Yeah, exactly.
So many
Everything had a
balloons.
cozy.
Yep.
Everything was covered in that weird, like, olive green, brown, and orange Afghan pattern. That was very popular in, like, I don't know,
Wait,
the
was it
80s.
Tilly's? Was this
70s?
Misha's other character?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess I have to move
this
Willow Bluff
universe.
now.
Cut me up real nice.
Cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
and it's dirty,
Yeah.
right? Dusty.
Cleaning montage.
Sure.
Cleaning montage.
Use
We're
the picked up
exciting.
love belts.
Yes.
Fly around the
To-
dusters.
So we see a little bit of montage of, like, people learning to use the love belts to, like, clean up the stuff and wipe the windows at the top. So this is one where there's a little bit of natural light. There's a double row of windows that runs along the very top of the warehouse walls. But it's completely private from the perspective of like someone walking on the street. Who's cleaning the windows?
Not me. I've ordered a bunch of robot vacuums from Amazon, not Amazon.
Amazing. Amazing.
No,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and they're just from a online retailer.
Robots are
and-
us.
Yeah, robots are us, and there's just a bunch of them around my feet now, about 10 hoovering up at the same time.
Cool. A drone delivers them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bren will go ahead and clean the windows because she's kind of familiar, maybe not with the belt, but she's familiar with flying.
Yeah. This is significantly easier than self-telekinesis and much less destructive than trying to use energy blast to fly with, which you can't technically do.
Absolutely.
Cool. So why don't you, I would be interested for you to assess the situation, please.
Okay.
You're up cleaning windows.
That's the situation. We need a superior. Okay, so that's going to be a nothing. I got a 9.
Cool.
So let's see. How could we best end this quickly because it's cleaning?
Right. So I will say that you uncover kind of recessed into the ceiling. You notice that there is a like a tubing system,
Okay.
and like you follow the eyes, and like there's like a pump attached to it. You could activate it if you wanted to.
Hey, Spectre,
Yeah.
what's this button do?
I don't know. Push it.
We're gonna push the button. See what happens.
Cool. You hear a whirring, grinding sound, and then kind of a gurgling sound, and then a hiss, and a whole bunch of little nozzles in the ceiling just kind of puff out dust. And then it begins to spray foam everywhere. You know that kind of rainbowy foam that you get at the drive-through car wash? And it even has that same smell.
Did your mom install a car wash in here?
I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah.
No, her generation was definitely the generation of the foam party, though.
It's true.
I reckon she had a rave.
It's probably true. Probably
Yeah.
dual purpose. It also, Tilly, you're because a lot of it gets in your mouth. Because you open your mouth to say something and it's foam. You do a quick chemical analysis, and you can tell that there are a couple of surfactants that are like specifically optimized to remove fingerprints. But it's hypoallergenic, so probably good for foam parties too. So the place fills with foam, and then you hear chuck, 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 chuck as grates along the side walls open up, and then water.
I have this envisioning in my head where Ren presses the button, all of this stuff happens, we're all covered in foam, colorful rainbow foam,
Yeah.
and then suddenly we are drenched. This is hilarious to me.
Well, now we know what that button does.
I mean,
It cleans it.
it's not unuseful. It look at the windows.
Yeah, the windows are sparkling. So what happens?
Has anybody got any rice? All my robots are dead.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about the sheer amount of electronics in here. vis-a-vis
It's
foam and
fine. It's just an excuse to get updated stuff put in, because we should probably update this place.
I
It's
just
a
want
little
these
old.
robots.
Well, not the robots, the other stuff that's already
No.
here.
Just put in they were defective when they arrived.
And I just hold one up and it's just dripping water out of it. And I'm like,
Like, I think these came from the Kamarkandans or something, because they are dripping with water.
like, I don't think they'll believe me.
I'm absolutely certain they will believe you.
They came like this. I don't know.
They showed up this way. It's fine. The drone hit a thing of turbulence in the air and
It's
was
true.
thrown into the water.
And
I don't know.
sometimes Amazing will just go, whatever, it's fine. It's not worth us even asking a question. We'll just send you more.
Not that I have ever done this IRL.
Cool. So you're clean, not particularly dry. But there, I'll say there's a little bit of a facility. So if you want to,
I'm gonna honestly because it's supposed to kind of be like this rigged up car wash, you know. She's not going to want water pooling in there, so she's gonna look for like the super blowers.
sure.
Okay, we're gonna press another button.
Okay. So yes, it's a suddenly it's not really so much a super blower as it is like at some point maybe Violet used this place for R&D and needed a wind tunnel, you know, just to test aerodynamic lift and resistance on various different vehicles. So yes, you press another button, like, oh, blower. You press it, and one of the walls just like clack, 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 clack. A bunch of louvers open up, and then a fan begins to turn. The fan is as tall as the wall. So yeah, I think I would like everyone to unleash their powers.
Let's see if I can somehow roll over.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Spectre's having a day.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Cool. Okay, so does Ren, is the effect unstable or temporary, or do you mark a condition?
Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go with temporary or unstable.
Cool. So as there's a little bit of a breeze, and there's a strong breeze, and there's a wind, and there's an incredibly powerful wind that is sucking you toward the fan. Tilder is smart and just like sends lines of hard light out to latch on to stuff. And Ren, I'm going to say, grabs a hold of like Tilder and then holds on for a little bit and then slowly slips. Spectre and Resonance like scrabble against the floor and then are eventually sucked up, and you're held up against the wall. You know how, like, have you ever seen a skydiver when the wind catches their face and the mouth opens up wide and the cheeks flap? That's you guys. And then pretty soon, here comes Ren slamming up against the wall. So that happens for a while. And then eventually, Tilder is able to find the code to deactivate the fan, which slowly spins down. And then eventually you three peel off the wall. The good news is you're dry. Your hair is a wreck.
Like this.
And no more pushing buttons.
We're gonna tape a note to that button specifically. Do not push. Your hair looks great. Good.
Oh man, crazy things you find in a supervillain face, am I right?
And seeing their hair, being the hot mess that it is, Ren is literally just going to start cracking up because this has just been extremely amusing, and if she doesn't laugh, she's gonna cry. So laughing it is. She's also gonna pull out her phone and turn the camera on and snap a
No.
picture of Resident, just so that she can show residents what her hair looks like.
Did people used to pay for this in the 80s? Is this what a blowout was?
That's it is. It's very it's very like somehow it's got the wings on the side, like in the 80s, and then the poof on the top. It's very I don't know, Alexis Carrington or something. It's very 80s big hair.
Nice.
All you need now is some shoulder pads.
There's probably some in here.
And then you rock a
probably.
look.
Yeah. Raid the old closet. There's probably still
Yeah,
something in there.
I could just go and find some stuff and stuff my shoulder pads, like my shoulders of my outfit. So now I have like big triangles.
If anyone
Like,
can
you
bring the
might as
80s
well
back.
commit.
Yeah. If anyone can bring the 80s
Like-
back, it's Rouse.
Yeah, you got to commit. If you're going to do it, you got to commit. Make it look like it was a choice and not an accident.
There's a metallic, like, bang, bang, bang on one of the doors.
Who is it?
You okay in there?
Yep.
That's a
Yes.
weird name.
And it's the whole thing is soundproofed. So this is someone who's shouting like up next to the door, and you can't quite make it out. A lot of foam, something. The wind.
Silly, do we have cameras and maybe an intercom system? Maybe, possibly.
Maybe. Is there?
I don't know.
I don't want to push any buttons to find out. Just-
There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
We need to get those labeled first. This is not the time for more trial and error. We'll just crack open the door.
That's fair. Crack open.
Hey, hi, we're fine. We're great.
Yeah. So there is a superhero standing outside.
Do we know what superhero they are?
You don't recognize him. He has kind of dark hair, a little bit floppy, the typical kind of black eye mask. His outfit is kind of red and black. He has an eye, kind of a stylized eye on the chest, or on one side, I think.
Oh no.
Hey, is everything okay in there?
Yep.
Who are
Yes.
you?
Oh, oh, hi. Can I come in?
Oh, hi is a weird name.
Yeah, could you tell us who you are first before we just invite a stranger into our totally normal warehouse?
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm Impact.
That's funny. Oh, really? Who are you?
No, I'm Impact.
No, what?
Yeah.
What?
I'm the new Impact.
The new?
New impact?
Yeah.
Did we
So
need
you
another
guys
one?
you guys know Mr. Decker, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ren's gonna lean over to residents and go, Deadlock's going to love this.
Well, so a while ago he was like, "Oh, I need a new sidekick and like one who isn't my like adopted daughter, like not that complicated." And I was like, "I need to find an established hero, to train me up." And so I been training with him a while, and and then he kind of decided to sort of retire or something.
Yeah.
So before he left, he was like, "Hey, you should keep an eye on that team." And I'm like, "Which team?" He's like, "You know the team." I'm like, "I really don't know the team though." He's like, "Yeah, the one that's like all the thing." I was like, "That's describing like a whole bunch of different people." He's like, "It's the
Yeah,
one."
we get it. We need to brand ourselves. We
Yeah.
know.
So then I finally figured it out. And then I was like, "Oh, you mean the one that has your daughter on it?" He's like, "Yeah." I just kind of don't want to say that because it's awkward. And anyway, so I was supposed to like make sure that you guys are okay, but also like if I need something that like I'm supposed to reach out to. I don't know. It's real complicated. I feel real weird because this is kind of like it's like you guys have a relationship that's real complicated, and my relationship is like super simple. So I kind of feel like I'm stepping into something. But anyway, hey, nice to meet
We're
you.
fine. Shut the door.
So do you need anything?
No, go away.
All right. Well, see you around.
Turn the death lasers back on.
He seems nice.
Screw that guy.
You see through the window someone like swing off into the night.
I cannot believe he left a babysitter for us. That's awful. I hate
To
this.
be honest, this really tracks though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, but I don't want. Like, that's supposed to be like Deadlock's thing. I don't want that.
Well, and you couldn't really tell because of the mask, but you're gonna guess he's probably your age.
Yeah, which just makes me even angrier. Talk to the guy one time after we find out all this. He hasn't been in my life forever, and he's leaving babysitters.
He has to make
No.
sure that you're okay. And he
doesn't
did
need to
say
know
that
anything
also
about me.
he was supposed to ask you guys if he needed anything.
Yeah, but still, didn't focus on that part. Focused on the part where he was left behind to keep an eye on us. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll never see him again.
I need to punch something. I want to punch him, but he left. I need to punch something. I'm gonna go punch something.
Activates the training bot again.
No.
Click, click.
Not that.
You say something about blah blah impact. I need to punch something, and then you hear a click click in the ceiling, and a hard light projection of impact appears.
Oh my god.
She specifically put him in there. Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be Deadlock.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then
it'll
and then the
get your
computer.
frustrations out.
The
It kind of makes sense why your mom would have him there.
You don't want to think about the implications.
A
No.
hard light display appears in front of you with several different routines. Please select routine.
Press escape. Press escape.
Close this thing.
Right. You just hit the back button. Are you sure?
Like freezes.
Yeah. But yeah, you close it quickly, but not before the several of the routines just burn themselves into your retina.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there are some that are combat. Kind of.
No. Tilly, can you purge that from the system? Please.
This one has a lot of stuff.
It's had a lot of hours logged.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
I don't think this base is as cool as you guys thought it was.
I mean, it's what happens when you inherit your parents' stuff. But I mean, at least we could train without blowing holes in the wall.
Yes. And there's a cool vehicle.
It's true. We should take the vehicle for a spin.
Flight belts.
We
Weapons.
should drive the car. I want to drive the car.
Who's the eldest out of all of us?
Honestly, I think we should let Tilly drive the car.
I want to drive the car.
The youngest among
Yeah,
you.
Tilly's a
Yeah.
baby.
Well,
The
yeah, Tilly's
youngest,
like
the
youngest out of all of
youngest,
them.
the youngest who can interface with said car.
Well, that takes all the fun out of it. Look, I
No.
like driving in these
I am
things
not
from the time that
dying
I
in a
was like
car
2 years
crash.
old.
I
We're not gonna
He
die in the
wouldn't
car
die in a
crash.
car crash.
You won't
I
die in a
drove-
car crash.
I can heal you if you get hurt. It'll be fine. And I'm not gonna crash. I'm not a bad driver. Says the 16-year-old
Yeah. Do we
with the jet boosted car.
Yes.
That was a smash cut directly to you driving poorly, right?
This is a smash cut to when I was driving the Kamara Common vehicle and trying to do tricks and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So you want to take it for a spin?
Yeah.
Cool. Do so.
Okay.
Is everyone
Drive the
going?
car.
I do not like the tone in which he's doing that.
I mean, there's going to be a roll, which means it could go wrong, but you never know.
Oh, it's gonna go wrong, but that's fine. It's more fun if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
Fred-
is I'm just gonna
Fred
see
will
one of
go
those
begrudgingly.
one of those trucks that has the back end down and be like, ooh, ramp. Floor it.
Right?
Is anybody not going?
No, we can all go.
Cool. They can get ice cream.
Yeah.
Or something.
Get your hair did, as they say.
Yeah, also fix hair.
Do you mean fix? I'm buying into this look.
Right.
Fair
Well,
enough.
let's pull out some Aquanet and freeze it in place.
Forever.
Right. So it'll seat 6. And as you climb in, and particularly Tilly, but it's as you kind of examine this, the 4 seats, it's 2 rows of seats, 2 rows of 3. The main driver is in the center. And it looks like the seats on the outside are meant to move, so that as the various different pods separate, the seat actually moves over and then locks in place prior to separation. So it's like neat, like many things that are around the scepter. It is very cool, but also needlessly complex. And she does love
Yeah.
stuff that transforms into other stuff. So,
Because it's cool.
and there's like 1,000 buttons.
Red, no touchy.
All very appealing, right? And like one will start flashing for no reason. It's just so tempting to go and click it. So cool. Yeah, and there's a garage door opener. So you need to press that and then opens up. So you're gonna go for a little drive. Cool. Hey, why don't you unleash your powers?
All of us?
No, just Spectre, because Spectre's driving.
Come on. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's a 7.
Cool. I am gonna say that it is unstable or temporary.
Yeah, that tracks.
So
It needs gas.
so no. So Spectre pulls you out, and like maybe at first there's a little bit of like unnecessary squealing of tires because you forgot how powerful this thing is. But after a little bit of trying, you get out and you actually pull onto the road. And you're kind of down by the docks, and so there's a little bit of traffic, but not too much. You do get a couple of looks from people. This giant purple weird mobile going down the street, but it's totally fine. And then I'm gonna say, someone probably says, it's a little stuffy in here. So you go to, like, that, like, oh, I think you can just pop the cockpit. There's probably AC, but that looks really complicated. So you go to pop the cockpit, and you initiate the separation routine. So I would like everyone to unleash your powers, or if you have some other move that would make sense in terms of not accelerating off into the darkness or crashing.
Well, I rolled an 11, so it's a 9.
Cool. Is that a
Rolled 7, so it's a 10.
is that a condition or is that a unstable or temporary specter?
Probably a condition. Probably feel a little insecure. 'cause
Probably.
I can't figure out how to work the car.
Probably. Like, oh, it's fine. I'll just open this, and as everybody's kind of little walls pop up, and then form little bubbles around your friends, and then they're shunted violently over into and then locked down into the cockpit of these independent vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, ah. So Tilda is in complete control. How did Rez and Ren do?
Got a 9.
Cool.
I got a 12.
Cool. So, Rez, is your ability to adapt to the situation unstable or temporary, or do you take a condition?
Well, the condition that would make sense is afraid, but I've already got that tick.
Can mark another one.
I feel like
Angry
Do-
because you got
do
into
the-
the car
do the-
and she messed it up.
yeah, but it's buttons. Do the unstable thing.
Okay. So, all right.
I think I'm angry about it.
Oh, you're angry about it. Well, then
No, I don't think. I don't
okay,
think.
got it.
No.
Okay.
Because
So-
it's an honest mistake. She just pressed the wrong button. It's
Okay.
a car we didn't know.
Okay. So, all right. So, in this kind of flawless way, the vehicle separates. Like we see this cool underneath shot as the dual wheels separate and then move into inline, and then pretty soon it is 5. Well, I guess it would have to be 4. So one of them stays on like a sidecar, but the other ones separate, and soon there's this like flying V formation going down the road. And immediately the comm system pops in, so there's a little bit of chaos as everyone's talking, but you can communicate with each other and like, are you okay? And everyone's like, figuring out the controls. It is similar to riding a motorcycle, and everything, like after a few seconds of disorientation, it's like, oh no, this actually works. And then a dump truck turns and starts making its way directly toward you. And everyone has to dodge, and everyone dodges successfully, except Resonance, who has to make a sharp turn down an alleyway, and then finds yourself in a construction site. And I'm sure there's like some unnecessarily but conveniently laid planks.
Yeah, so I'm like up and down. And,
Yes. And eventually, well, so your residence is like has not found a way to stop this vehicle, so is now doing this kind of like extended, like very high production chase scene. Only there's no chase through this construction site. What does everyone else do?
President, how do you get the cars back together, Spectre? Do we have to be nearby? Come on, we got to get to the construction
Yeah,
site.
you remember that it has to be in the garage, basically.
Yeah, we basically have to put it back together.
This is inconvenient.
Mildly so. We're gonna need a label maker. Yeah. But hey, construction site, cool stunts. Let's go.
Resonance is reduced to just like trying to press buttons. A combat HUD pops up as you're heading towards a partially constructed cinder block wall and then it locks in, and you're like, oh crap, and you fire some missiles out, which blows them up, and so you crash through dust and debris everywhere, and then find yourself going down a ramp.
I'm
There's-
going, sorry.
It's like there's an unfinished underground parking lot or pool or something, and you're doing leaps up the side. It's actually really cool. It's very BMX. The problem is you just can't stop.
I somehow do one of those 180 spins where like
Yeah.
I jump off and the bike goes round underneath me.
How am I doing this?
I land back on it and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Tilly, could you make like a lasso or something that we can use to stop residents?
Yeah, I can make a lasso. Of course I can. This is a great idea.
Cool.
I'm not a bull.
See, that is a 10
No,
for
that's red.
unleash your powers. So obviously I lasso the other car, but what that really just means is now that there's a car doing cool stunts with another car attached to it.
Yeah.
The brakes, Tilly, the brakes.
Whoa there. Easy. Also, if you hit
Like,
this
I'm
button
not
and
a
this button,
horse.
you should be able to stop the car if you hit these buttons like this. And I will describe how to control the vehicle, I guess. What you need to do to stop. Because I probably figured it out. Oh no, that was the thrusters.
There's a good moment where you go airborne, and it's like tetherball. So Tilly's standing there holding on to the hard light, and then Residence's bike goes airborne and does a full like 180 degrees worth of arc as the burners kick in. But eventually, you're able to shut it down. So now you are in this construction site, which you haven't completely wrecked, but you lightly wrecked.
Lightly wrecked. A normal amount of wreckage for this.
I mean, to be expected at a construction site in Halcyon City, I feel like.
Yeah.
How did I not fall off?
Well, it has an automatic like restraint system. It's very
Wow.
safe-ish. It's like a lot of Spectre stuff. It's super safe from a certain perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A couple of HCPD drones arrive and begin.
I see the drones just like dip, like, oh god, not again.
They all kind of look at you guys.
We're good.
A voice will come through a speaker on one of them. It's like, we're going to ask you to stay right there for a second. We're going to need to have a conversation about all this.
Nope.
You can just tell,
Go.
like, they zip by and like a flash and a bing sound as they take pictures of your faces. They know exactly who you are.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a great way to help my mom run
I've
from
time
it.
traveled from the 80s. It's not really me.
This is an alternate universe.
Right. But so yes, an HCPD car will arrive. And a couple officers will pop out.
Afternoon, officers.
Yeah. Seems like it, doesn't it? What's up with all this?
Well, this
Yes,
is a
we have
construction
some-
site.
Yeah.
Yes, and we were testing out some new tech, and there was a little bit of a malfunction. You know how it is.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna need to write you guys a ticket.
But we're superheroes.
Yeah, but there's no supervillains here. Unless that partially constructed wall, which by the way looks like it's load bearing, was somehow a threat to the city. Like, I don't know what you kids think, but like being a superhero, I mean, not that we don't appreciate it, we do, you know, because thanks for your service, but it just doesn't give you the right to go and wreck stuff.
Well, I mean, it wasn't intentional.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a ticket.
I mean, couldn't it be a warning to do it again?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay.
I mean, you'll probably just get community service anyway. Shouldn't be a problem
we
for
already-
heroes.
We already
Wait.
do that.
Is a ticket money, but a warning is community service?
Sure.
Or both community service?
Yeah, either.
Yeah, either.
I mean,
Can I just
typically we
give
don't ask typically we don't ask teenagers to get, you know, typically judges don't give teenagers significant monetary stuff because, you know, you guys don't have a lot of money. What was that you were saying?
How do we do our community hours? Could that be with, like, you know, all the times that we've saved the world? Can they count towards our community hours?
I mean, maybe.
don't
Look,
know
I mean,
who they
I don't like decide what happens. I just like go, oh, damage the thing, write the ticket. You guys show up, talk to a judge. The judge tells you what's up.
What if I just replace the things that I broke?
That might be part of it.
So I still have to have the ticket.
Yeah, gotta have a conversation about it.
Okay, do you know my name?
No. You want to give it to me?
Oh.
I'll pull out a peach pad.
Oh.
Ren is you know, she's gonna pipe up. Her name is Seymour, Butts with 2 T's.
God,
Ren,
I'm real
no.
sorry. I'm real sorry about that, man.
Yeah, I come from a Celtic family.
Oh, so
Mm.
there's a lot of the M's and H's in there.
Mm.
Unnecessary, right?
Yes.
Seymour spelled something with lots of extra consonants.
And there's
Yeah.
definitely like at least 3 W's.
Sure. So Seymour. Who else?
This is Anita.
No.
Wait,
Wait,
Anita. What are you talking about? It's a family name.
they're gonna know who we are. It's not like we're not.
Look, this is Anita. Tilly. Tilly. I say really quiet. This is part of being a teenager too.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Understood. Hi, Anita.
Yeah, Anita.
All right.
My name, Anita. Yeah.
Anita, and then it's who, but it's like poo. Yes,
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who?
It had some.
Yeah.
vowels in
He
it.
takes it down.
P-O-U. Poo.
Okay. I was like
It's
French or
French.
something. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oui.
Yeah.
All right.
Oui.
Wee.
I'm Chris. He last name is Bacon. The Chris is spelled with a K.
Okay. Miss Bacon. Got it. And use her.
Oh, it's mean again.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is Barb.
Mm-hmm.
E
Mm-hmm.
Dahl Dahl.
Okay. Barb, that's a strange name for a guy. What's it short for?
Barbosa.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
Cool. I like it.
Should have said barbed wire. That would have been cooler.
Or barbarian, but it's all good.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Dahl, Miss Bacon, Miss Pooh.
Mhm.
All right. Well, here you go. He writes you tickets.
Thank you.
Great. We'll use. Yep, great. Have a good night.
Sure. Not even the fifth weirdest thing that he's seen today.
Probably the most mundane thing he's seen today.
Cool.
After he goes, Ren again, and she's just gonna start cracking up. I can't believe that worked.
Okay, but don't we have to go to the judge?
No.
No, because
Anita
it's not a
Poo
real
needs to
name.
go to the judge.
Yeah.
Crispy bacon too.
And
Well,
Barbie
this probably
doll.
won't have any consequences for the
Yeah.
future.
Nah, it's fine. We're in
So are we going to drive these back to put it together, or do we just want to carry them back?
I mean, I feel we can. Well,
Why don't you keep the lasso attached to yours and you can tow me?
Cool.
You could probably, Tilda, you could probably make a roll to reattach the various pods. It's not that it's physically impossible. It's just that it's not the kind of thing that you can just do while you're driving. I think it's probably unleash.
I got a 13 unleash.
Oh yeah. So you
So
take some
wait,
time.
just
Yeah. Like you put the central pod in park, and then you take some time, doing this, and oh wait, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, guiding people back, and then re-engage the locking mechanisms. The chairs move over back into that central formation. So you're good. I'm gonna say it takes probably 10 minutes. So just as you're reattaching the last of the pods, someone swings down from the scaffolding.
is it impact?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I've been tidying up the construction site and I put some money through the the letterbox of the hut.
The foreman's cabin or whatever.
Yeah. With just a piece of paper around it saying sorry.
Easy enough. Hey, so what's that about?
none of your business.
Well, I just heard there was a ruckus and the police came, and then there were a bunch of super obviously fake names. By their description, I could tell it was you guys. So, thing cool?
Who are your sources?
Oh, I mean, I've got a scanner. Like the police scanner, police HCPD.
Zoa's back in the hangout, needs to be pulled back in.
Okay. Police radio, they talk to each other, calling all cars, the ruckus underway at the construction
Ruckus.
site.
They used the word
Yeah,
ruckus.
I didn't say ruckus, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just learning the codes myself. So I have to look it up sometimes.
Sometimes superhero teams are trying out new equipment and it malfunctions. That's all. And the rest of it is standard teenage
fine.
behavior according to this checklist.
Do you have a pun name alias?
Me?
Because you need one if you're gonna hang with us.
Oh.
Chris
No, he's
Bacon.
not hanging with us. No.
There's
Red, stop talking.
Do you go to our
mean-
school?
Oh, the no.
The no.
No, I mean, not yet. I was supposed to, but I'm not quite sure, exactly what is the plan.
What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean? What's the plan?
Well, so I was supposed to go to the academy, mostly just because I've already. I mean, I graduated when I was 12, so from college. So I don't really actually have to go to school, but Mr. Decker was like, yeah, but you need to hang out with people your own age and get to know, you don't have any friends in the city and you need to get to know people. So I was supposed to go, but I don't think he got around to registering me. and it's weird to like show up at school and go, oh, I'm supposed to go here, and they go, well, we need your transcript.
No, it's not weird to just show up at school. What should I register you as?
Oh,
Because I'm just going to get you registered.
oh, so my name's Nico.
Okay.
Newell with 2 L's.
Uh-huh. Cool. 13 to just hack the school system and get him.
Oh, yeah.
Nico Newell.
Yeah.
What grade? How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay.
I'm not sure what grade because, like I said, I've already graduated.
You can be in our class.
Graduated from high school. Okay. Yeah,
no,
sure.
Different class, Tilly. Different class.
Oh, what? But like our class
Homeroom
definitely has room.
assigned. Done.
No. I'm not going to school even more now.
I just look at Spectre and I go, I think Tilly wants a guy friend.
Oh, but there are other guys that isn't this guy.
Who?
Well, thanks, bro. You're real cool. I wasn't sure how. So I'm from Empire City. And people are not as friendly there in general.
Oh, I've never
You think
been.
we're friendly?
Yeah.
Wow, Empire City must be terrible.
I mean, I guess if you're like super ultra wealthy, it's a kind of cool place to live, but for basically everyone else, it's awful. You never been?
No.
I've been to a lot of
Even
other.
Here.
On a tour on
Probably.
part of my no, yeah, like part of my tour, but like you don't really see the city when you're on tour. You just like go to the venue, sleep on the bus, go to the venue, sleep on the bus.
Yeah. Oh, you what did you tour for?
Oh, okay. So do you not know who I am? Who I am? Like, do you know who I am as in like superhero?
No.
So let me get this straight. Impasse told you to keep an eye on us,
Yeah.
but didn't tell you anything about us.
I mean, not really. Okay, so he gave me files, but I didn't have time to read them.
Oh my god, you didn't read the files.
No.
Rookie
That's like all he
mistake.
does, as far as I can tell.
That's definitely what Deadlock did a lot. Had a
But
lot of
also,
files.
what did you do then? Like, you don't go to school because,
I went
you
and
graduated already and all this lot. So what do you do with your time that you can't even have, like, time to read the files of people that you're meant to be, like, keeping an eye on?
mostly I'm trying to figure out how the cave works. Like there's a manual, but it's like, and I'm smart and stuff, but it's like really complicated and everything is super secure and everything has.
Can we help you out with the impact cave? We've been in one of
Yeah,
those
I'm
before.
probably not supposed to.
Oh, it's fine. He knows us.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's. I mean, maybe put a pin in that, bro. But anyway, so I've mostly just been like trying to figure that out. I like look. I moved here to work with, like, first of all, in a place that has superheroes that don't die every like 6 months, and like to try to learn like how to be a superhero, etc. I mean, I've kind of been doing this job for a couple of years, but like secretly, because if you're a young hero in Empire City and like the bad guys find out, they probably just kill you. So I'm trying to like, be out about being a hero. And so I was like, and then this impact dude needed a new sidekick, and I was like, yeah, I can totally do that, and plus it's a way of like not being in Empire City anymore. And I show up and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome, let's do some training, and oh, by the way, this is my daughter, but not really, because my actual daughter is in the team with her, and this is her sister who's supposed to be dead, and now I'm gonna go off with them, and here are the keys. It's kind of what it's been like for the past couple of days. Like literally, the only thing he
Which
told
is
me was mostly to
why-
like keep like check out you guys and make sure you're okay, and also if I need something, come and find you.
Well, like what you need is clearly help with the cave. And I'm just
what
gonna
did
say
so
that-
so you've come to find us. What do you need?
no, what he needs is help with the cave. He's clearly said that. Like he doesn't know what to do with the cave, and Spectre is clearly knows what to do with like caves and stuff because of her mom and also her dad. And then Tilly definitely hacked that cave before already. Like we have definitely
That doesn't fill me with confidence. I mean, maybe later. I should probably try to figure out. Look, it's my responsibility. I should probably try to figure it out a little bit more on my own. But maybe you guys could come over at some point.
You want
Well, when-
No, we're really busy. I'm really busy right now. I mean, my mom's campaigning to run for mayor, so I have a lot of responsibilities.
Isn't your mom a
outside of-
supervillain?
Not really anymore.
It sounds like
She's actually really not a
mayoral-
bad person. There's just extenuating circumstances.
I
We're
mean-
learning about the differences between black and white, and there's a little bit of gray area, and sometimes you just fit that little gray area. And that's where she is.
I mean, it's not like that weird. I mean, most of the mayors of Empire City have been supervillains.
I mean, it's a little weird for Halcyon City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mayor Groucho is just sort of incompetent,
Yeah.
which is pretty good for a politician.
Yeah. Is he like a reformer?
A what?
He's like
A
a
reformer.
don't do anything to change the status quo.
Okay, yeah. That's a lot like Empire City. The only ones who like live who aren't supervillains are puppets of supervillains.
I mean, he's not really a puppet. He's just bad at his job.
Yeah. So you guys have never okay, yeah. Well, so I guess things are different. It sounds like things are a lot easier here.
Well, alien invasion.
How do you define easy?
Well, like you don't fear for your life all the time, right?
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
there's still
That's
fought
on a day-to-day
aliens and-
basis, depending on how it goes. But usually, I mean, we've survived 16 years so far.
Yeah.
I've survived like one.
Really,
We'll
bro?
get you
You're
there,
1 year
Tori.
old?
Yeah. Or so.
Oh, you're like a robot or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Cool.
tap metal.
Cool. You got all kinds of like crazy robot powers.
And technically, Ren, you haven't survived 16 years here either.
What?
She's from the future.
Oh,
I was from
right.
the future. I'm stuck here
Oh, you're
indefinitely. But I
Paradigm.
survived
Yeah.
I
formally.
okay. I did read about you, and he takes a step back because it stands next to Tildar. And I was like, "Is she okay?"
Yeah, she's
Never.
All right. All right. Did not mean to offend you in any way, ma'am. Just calm down.
Teenagers.
Just calm
Don't
down.
call other teenagers, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, no,
weird.
that's weird.
I'm
We're
trying
like
here.
the same age.
I'm trying here. Just don't want her to
You
get
can tell
all.
you've got no
just-
friends. Your social skills are lacking.
So-
Yeah, it's true.
So
This is why you need to go to school.
Look, when you're a college student at like 11, like you don't get a lot of chance to like hang out with the friends.
Man, that's why I'm glad. Wait, no. I didn't say that.
it's
Pays to not be
So,
smart
I'm-
sometimes.
Mm.
I'm fine. Just be yourself.
Ren, it's because you keep blowing things up.
Yeah, mostly that was
we
my
got that under
concern.
control.
Mostly my concern was that you have a tendency
mean,
to
and
fly
if
off
you-
the handle for no reason and to blame everyone else for the consequences of your own choices and to take that out in a very destructive fashion on everyone and everything around you.
Do you want to hear the
Surprisingly
irony of
good.
this?
Sure.
Do you want to hear the irony of
Sure.
this? Is when she first came, she didn't like me because she'd had this premonition that I was going to blow things up.
Oh, then it was her who blew stuff up. Cool.
On multiple occasions.
Right.
But we're past that. Ren doesn't blow things up ananymore.
Is she like
I
one of
think.
those people
I
that
mean,
that puts.
Are we going to count Resonance's hair? Because I
No,
blew
because that
that
wasn't
up.
you. That was
No.
a fan.
That was a fan.
Bro. Is she one of those people that like puts on their socials like drama free zone, and then it's like totally the drama person?
I'm going to say no.
You know I'm standing right here, right?
What? I have no idea.
She
It's
can't-
just bro
I
talk.
can't hear you.
It's just bro talk.
You know he lacks social skills, right?
Even if you say bro talk before you start speaking, it does not
Still-
create a bro zone in which no
Well,
one
it
else can hear.
should. It should. We should work on that.
And my
Don't give silly ideas.
socials are mostly about my socials are mostly about the cat cafe that I run. Is that in my file?
No.
Okay, well, maybe you should do a little bit more research before you get all judgy McJudgerson.
Okay, this
Oh,
is
that's your
going
new nickname.
great.
That's
like
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like that part I did read in the file for sure. For real. That's why I was trying to be all nice. And then you're like, don't call me ma'am.
I mean,
You're
you shouldn't
kind
call
of
people
weird.
your own age ma'am. It's weird. I mean, you shouldn't really call many people ma'am anymore. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will make a note of that. Do I call him like,
That name.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, you know where the mansion is, right?
Of course I know where the mansion is. Why wouldn't I know where the mansion is?
Oh, man.
Whose mansion?
The Decker mansion. I guess I live there now.
Oh.
Of course you do.
You want to hang out? Maybe watch a movie or something? We aren't doing anything.
I mean, sure. I was just gonna say that you could like come
get
by
in. This is
like
a 6-seater.
later or something, but
I mean, there's no time like the present. Seize the day.
Just don't press that button.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come on, Spectre, let's go.
Very grumpy Spectre in the back seat, just glaring at the back of Impact's head the whole time.
Yeah, Ren's gonna totally join her on that too. Just sit
Just
back
like
there.
feel the bad vibes from the back seat.
So is Tilly driving?
Yes, Tilly would probably be
Yeah,
driving. but
Billy's probably driving now,
Okay.
which is also part of the reason why Spectre's grumpy.
And Tilly, are you attempting to do anything unusual or dramatic
No.
or explosive, or are you just driving?
Just driving
Okay.
the car.
Then no roll needed. So and on the way. So sorry, I didn't catch your name other than one of
I'm
the
just writing it.
oh, we can't see it. Oh.
Wait, where is it?
Okay, there down.
There.
He's trying to make a friend, yes.
I just show my notebook to those two sitting grumpy in the back saying this.
Hey, so I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'm Tilly or
Oh,
Tilder.
Yeah. No, I meant well, yeah, that too. I probably ought to know all your names. So
That's
cool.
See more butts.
Yeah, that's not your real name. Though.
Crispy bacon.
Yeah. Yes, those aren't your real names though.
So you don't even know any of our names. Like you don't
Well,
know.
I know that he was Paradigm.
Or like
Well, I know
Okay.
I know her name, but I wasn't gonna say anything about it because she's giving me the stink eye. It's like I get it, it's complicated. It's also kind of not my fault or problem.
I just don't like you. That's fine. We'll work on it, maybe.
All right. No, but you I don't
not
recognize.
that, right. So her over there, it's not so much that she doesn't like you because she doesn't know you. She doesn't like that her dad has sent some kid that's the same age as us to keep an eye on us. Like normally there's 5 of us, sometimes there's 4, but right now, like, you know, it is a bit insulting to have somebody who's not been in her life for like ever, who's now suddenly in her life, be like, hey, so watch over my child. Oh, child. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why she'd give me a stink eye.
You know, it wasn't like he said, "Oh, I need you to take care of blah blah blah." It was more like, I'm like, well,
Well, that's how
what am I supposed to
he
do?
felt.
And it's like, well, I don't know, just go watch, check them out. He's not good at communicating.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
That's a family problem.
I'm wondering if Impact is replacing Deadlock for us.
It sounds like he's replacing himself.
I'm Impact.
No, you're
Oh, you mean the
IQ.
original? Got it. Okay.
Yes, the other one.
So yeah, I'm a little confused about that too, because I was supposed to be like a sidekick, and then maybe eventually, you know.
Yeah,
But-
I feel like they got speed rushed when we found the sister that's wanted
Yeah.
by the cult that wants to destroy the
It seemed like
world.
he was smiling.
Ew.
I know, and like hugging.
Ew.
And part of it is he was like, "Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna go hang out, reconnect, and yeah, here's the keys. It'll be cool." And I'm like, I don't know anyone. It's like, you know, whatever, my daughter. I'm like, cool. Is that a fine? And he's like, yeah, it'll be fine. So
Mm.
anyway, no, but yeah, you were like, I don't recognize you situation. I'm just curious what that's about.
Who? Me?
Yeah. Like I should recognize you.
No, I just thought that if like you'd been told to look after, like keep an eye on us, then you'd at least know our names.
Well, it was mostly like there's this hero Val who is my daughter, and you need to like, I don't know, something connect with. I don't know. And then she hangs out with some other heroes.
Okay, well, I'm Rez.
Oh, cool. Well, nice to meet you. An Impact. I mean, I'm Nico. Cool. All right. Sorry. Do we want like pizza or something?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably get a lot. Tilly eats a lot.
Cool. I can order some.
Like
No,
more so now that
Like
Tilly is
no
more
less
masculine
than
presenting.
no less than 20 pizzas.
Each
Is
one of you
Tilly's
have different.
Only
eating now
20?
then and not hard light eating?
Oh, yeah, I've been eating ever since I got those nanobots from Dr. Dark.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'll have some delivered.
A lot of things.
I think I may just get a salad or a sandwich or something. I've been having pizza like for the past week.
Then why did you suggest it?
Well, because it's like the only place I know.
We'll
What do you
show
want?
you some other places to get food.
How long have you been in Halcyon?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be his sidekick.
Yeah.
And he basically told you, go meet up with this group of supers.
Yeah. He was basically like, after 5 days, he's like, oh, cool. This something came up and I'm going to be gone for a while. Here's the keys. Bye.
Ren is gonna look at Spectre and go, what if we're the babysitters?
I mean, I don't need babysitting.
I mean,
Cool.
I don't think that's the. I mean, look, he's just not a very smart person in social aspects.
Maybe-
I'm right here.
Not
and
you,
I'm-
the other one.
Maybe. Unpopular opinion, but maybe you should call him.
I can't. He's off the grid with Deadlock.
Maybe you should call your mother and have your mother call him because
He
there's
can't.
gotta
Nobody
be
can
a
come.
off
They're
the
off the.
grid.
What part of off the grid? There are cultists trying to kill a child, and you want me to call them?
Right. Well, while you guys are arguing, I'm just going to order from a bunch of places in town and
Oh,
we
cool.
can just have like a potluck type situation. And then at least you'll know what you like of different restaurants.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'm, because going out is a little weird because like a lot of times heroes here go out and they're all suited up, but I'm not quite used to that yet. But I don't want to
mean,
go out and not be
Japanese
suited out
don't.
because then like if something happens, I'm not prepared. So kind of just been
Just
staying
keep your
home.
suit in like a pack or under your clothes or something, and then you can just.
It's a real pain to get into though. It's new. Like it hasn't like really like stretched it out yet. I don't want us to be in the middle of like a combat and it's like, hold on a second, can you give me a good 15 minutes and some Vaseline so I can get into this thing?
Okay, then what you want is some good tearaways on top.
Oh,
So then you look like you're in normal civilian clothing, and then tearaway, you're a superhero.
that's actually really cool. That's a good idea. I'd have to get rid of the
And
cape
it's
though. Like I don't know why so many people wear capes. It's like completely impractical. It gets caught on
you
stuff.
don't
Cape.
just
Oh,
take
my
the cape
cape.
off. If you don't like the cape, get rid of it.
Yeah, it's like there's supposed to be like some sort of like I don't know. Impact. The original Impact it was like super focused on there being a cape.
Okay, well, again,
Well-
a cape you can just click on real quick. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't want to, or roll it up, put it in a hoodie. Like, there's so many different ways
I know,
you
right?
can style it out. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. Don't listen to what he has to say. He dumped you here and left you to fend for yourself.
I
You
mean,
don't have to listen
it's
to
not
him.
like I mean I was kind of been by myself before, so it's not like it's that new to me. And I totally understand. I mean, it's got family comes before stuff. It's just that it's a real sounds like a real complicated situation.
But without the cape, you do kind of look like you're wearing a wetsuit.
I know, right? I don't want people looking at my butt.
So
Yeah, the
new
cape definitely covers
costume.
that.
Yeah. So, anyway. All right. Well, it's just up here. Hold on. I gotta get the thing. And he pulls out a little device off his utility belt and presses the button, and the gates open. It is this modernist monstrosity, right? A bunch of glass cubes stacked together, like super excessive.
An extremely long driveway, I assume.
Yeah. It's like Tony
On
Stark
a-
had worse taste. Yeah.
Why are both
I
my
have to
parents
laugh,
so
but-
gaudy in like opposite directions of each
I was
other?
gonna say, I'm like there wasn't a lot of like instruction except I'm supposed to go nowhere near your mom.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
She's a lot.
Yeah.
It's okay. She's busy right now, running for mayor. She
Yeah.
shouldn't have any problems unless you have to meet the mayor if she wins.
Yeah. I don't know. This could be real weird for you, right? If she wins.
I don't. Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
I mean, is she like
I don't
still a
know.
real villain, or is she like not a villain, or
No, she kind of stopped doing a lot of things for a minute, and then we got attacked by a fear monster, and that's when Impact figured out that it was my dad. And then I guess she got kind of recruited by Aegis for a little bit, and now she's running for mayor. I don't know. We had a bit of a strained relationship for a minute. We're working on it.
cool? And Aegis is a big deal here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit.
Is it not over there?
Well, so they keep trying to open an office, and then it gets infiltrated by I don't know, mind control villains or shape shifting villains or just super rich corrupting villains. And then they get turned into like a private army for the wealthy elite, and they put down all resistance, and then really just comes in. There's a shootout. Then usually the local office gets closed down,
Yeah,
and then
sounds
like
Aegis.
another like a year passes, and they're like, oh, we should open a local office.
Yeah,
One of
they're
them
not
like
very
sank into a
competent.
hole in the ground, and everyone died.
You know, I mean, as bad as it sounds, Empire City sounds kind of like, yeah, I mean, it sounds like an adrenaline rush at least.
I mean, if like worrying about like and mostly running for your life all the time, you know,
Yeah.
is exciting, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, you basically have three choices. You can either work the system and become corrupt and hopefully wealthy, or at least an employee of a wealthy person. And once you get rich enough, it's kind of hard to tell whether you're a supervillain or just a rich jerk. Anyway, you can do that, or you can just like pretend things aren't happening, or you can try to fight back. And there aren't that many people who try to fight back.
Yeah.
I mean, there are, but then they die. So there aren't that many heroes in Empire City that have been around for a while. I mean, She Devil's real cool. She's been around for a long
Ooh.
time.
That sounds like cool.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Well, I mean, she's she's a hero, right? But she's also kind of,
Controversial?
she's not a hero like Power Man or whatever, like one of these folks around here who's like, I stand for the American way and bring the light of justice to. She's more like she really hates villains and really likes beating them up and blowing stuff up.
Sounds like my kind of hero.
So I kind of wanted just to get away from all that. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking a lot about me.
No, yeah, whatever.
So yeah, he'll lead you in to this, and it's everything you expect it to be.
Rich people, man.
Right?
Rich people with poor taste.
Yeah. I mean, it's tasteful from a certain perspective.
Yeah.
It's like
Not ours.
a men's grooming ad, right? Everything's white lacquer and, modern. Lots of surfaces.
Why do you need so many countertops?
Oh, man.
You can never have enough countertops.
Oh God, Tilly. Don't let it suck you in, Tilly.
So the pizzas arrive, or the pizzas all the stuff that residents orders arrives, and we'll say there's an indeterminate period where folks are eating. What happens?
See, this is why you need all the countertops. We'll be able to spread everything out so everyone can eat it if we didn't have so many countertops in 2 different kitchens that are next to each other for some reason.
I think
not.
One of them's for the staff. Like this is the kitchen where let me show you that I can make an egg or whatever. And then when you're making a bunch of food, the staff comes and they make it. He asked me if I wanted staff, and I was like, oh, not really. And so he was like, okay, cool. And it's mostly just been me here.
And that actually really sucks. Yeah, you should start coming to school.
All right. Cool.
Can you get there?
Oh, yeah. I got my bike.
Okay.
I mean,
And
it can fly and stuff.
you can fly?
Oh, it can fly and
As
stuff.
bikes do.
Oh, it can fly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I mean, so I'm engineering genius. I can basically build anything.
Could you build this? And Tilly shows some hard light construction of, I don't know, another motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Especially with the fabrication facilities here. Easy.
The fabrication facilities?
Yeah.
Where are those?
Oh, down in the cave.
Can we go to the cave?
In the meantime, I'm like, I've got to get back on social media. I've been off for too long, so I take a picture really cheesy, with all the food in the background, and I'm like, everybody get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says, trying all the new eats in Halcyon City. And then it's added all the restaurants. And then it's # not sponsored.
Cool.
all while rocking this new 80 glam look that she's doing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Comment underneath saying, by the way, 80s are back.
Super cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't show the whole thing, but I can show you a little bit of it. But you'll have to find a way to get across the chasm.
Chasm?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to get, like, how you're supposed to get across the chasm.
What, have you not gone into the cave?
Oh, no, I just jump over.
Okay. I mean, I could just make a bridge.
Oh, yeah, you probably could. So
We have our love belts. We have Tilly who can make us a bridge.
Or we can just make a
maybe.
bridge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even ask you guys, like, about your powers and stuff. So you do cool robot stuff with Hardlight, right?
Yeah.
And you beat the crap out of people with, like, weapons and stuff. I know that. And you blow things up?
I
You get real,
sometimes
like, super emotionally unstable and blow stuff up?
don't go there. Don't go there.
Gonna get emotionally
I
unstable.
I
Kind of
punch
point.
things with energy that I build up.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, you have power just outside of the.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
So I'm a mechanical engineering genius. And I speak like 14 languages and,
Okay, we get it.
a little bit of physics, a little bit of advanced mathematical, all the stuff that you kind of need. And then also I'm an omega level telepath and telekinetic. So,
The group
but I
hated
don't
this.
I don't ever read people's minds. So don't worry. Like that's totally like not a thing. It's just really easy. You just choose not to.
Yeah.
Ren is
I mean-
starting to see pieces fall into place that are really familiar.
I mean, I mean, I maybe like when I was like 4 or 5, I couldn't control it perfectly, but then pretty quickly, I just like, you just like, lock that stuff down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't use that part much, but so in addition to like training in judo and aikido and wushu at like a world championship level, I also use my telekinetic abilities to like power up, so I can like punch buildings down and stuff. I mean, I don't, but I could in theory. But usually I find that just being super buff and like super combat capable is plenty. And then he fist bumps. You know what I mean, man? Fist bumps, Tilly.
Ren is going to just locate pot stickers and start stuffing them in her mouth because if she opens her mouth, she's going to go off.
Yeah. Spectre's also probably chugging down food right
Yeah.
We're chipmunk cheeking food.
So Rez, what are your powers?
Hold on. I just said Spectre and Tilly a meme that I sent them during that interaction. What are my powers?
Yeah.
I control sound and electrical stuff.
Cool.
Electricity.
That's super cool. I like that. Like both at the same time?
No. Like
But you-
yes and no.
But you can do like both, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. It's a rare combination.
That was because of my origin story, and I'm not going into that now, but yeah.
Oh. Is it like super secret?
No. It's actually completely the opposite of super secret, to be fair. Like, if you just did a quick like Google search, you'd probably find it.
Oh, I'm not really on the I'm not really online.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that
don't worry
explains a
about
lot.
it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. Cool.
It's important, but not to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you kind of had to
As-
be there.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like,
Cool.
Ren
Yeah.
is going to finish chewing her food, and she's gonna go, "How did you get your powers?" And then she's gonna stuff another pot sticker in there so that she doesn't interrupt them.
Well, so I was born with a whole bunch of mutations that gave me superior mathematical and spatial reasoning capabilities. I don't do much for everything else. I mean, I'm real good at like science and engineering and mathematics and all that kind of stuff, but like, I guess kind of biology, but like put me in a psychology class, I have just completely lost. I mean, I think I only got like a
You don't say.
yeah. So anyway, so that was cool. And then that just kind of turned into the ability to control reality with my mind.
There's gonna be a
Control
long
reality.
side-eye gaze to Spectre, and then another one to Resonance.
I mean, that's what telekinesis is, right? It's just like, you know, your brain moving the world around.
Oh, okay. So moving things with your brain, not controlling the world.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
It's really not. Like, one is like having total control of the people and like
When
the
I
whole
was
world.
when I was
Oh yeah,
able
I don't
to
mean
do
like
that,
the whole
I
world
couldn't-
all at once. I just mean like the world around
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Right.
It's kind of like when the telekinetic storm happened, and everything was just flying around, but it was kind of contained. I mean, Ash was
That
there
was
to help
really
me
not
contain
controlled.
things. No, it wasn't controlled, but it's kind of along like those same lines. Like
Yeah, but so
I wasn't
why?
controlling everything in the world and sucking the world in. It was only the things that were like literally right around me.
Oh, so you're telekinetic too?
Was.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why
You
was there
really
like?
should read my file. It's a complicated mess.
Why did you make a storm?
Because I got upset.
Yeah.
Okay,
Things happened.
why
A
did-
lot of things happened.
so why did you choose to become upset? And then as a result of choosing to become upset, why did you choose to let
Man, you
that
do
use your
not
powers in a destructive fashion?
have a lot of emotions, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do
Yeah,
you
but-
though?
Like,
I just don't let
Tell me,
let
have
them.
you ever had your heart broken?
Well, yeah.
God, here we go.
Well, yeah. I mean, who hasn't?
Okay, well, I experienced my very first one.
Cool, bro. Hey, high fives. I bet you
No.
haven't. Well, most of us mere mortals
my-
have had our heart broken like 5 times by the time we turn 14, right?
No?
Her.
I mean, look, if you're if you are emotionally available to the world and you try like to connect with people, the downside is you're gonna get your heart broken. Like the only way to stop yourself from getting your heart broken is to like just keep yourself shut off. And like that's no way to live. Am I right?
So you're telling me you've emotionally connected to someone. That's what I'm getting from this conversation.
Yeah. I'm super emotionally vulnerable.
But
Red's
not
just gonna come right out. I'm calling bullshit on this whole thing, and she's just gonna start stuffing pot stickers in her mouth, so she doesn't emotionally compromise herself because she's getting pissed.
So you're emotionally vulnerable, but not emotionally. Is it perspective? So no, I can't think of the right word. My brain has left.
Can we just go look at the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a real
well,
weird conversation.
Then.
I kind of feel like I took it in this direction without thinking about it, and then this has gotten strange. So we can just forget that this conversation happened.
Yeah, please. Let's go look at the cool stuff.
All right, cool.
Chasm.
Yeah.
So he will just telekinetic leap over the chasm. And then actually in mid leap, we'll just stop and spin around and look at you guys. It goes, yeah, it's real easy, but you can make like bridge and stuff. It's only like 50 feet.
I mean, I can definitely make that jump on my own.
Okay, cool. Let's see it.
I'm gonna try to make that jump on
50 feet. Give it a go.
Yeah. Well, it's not the worst. I'll use a minor boon to push that up to a 7.
Fine, you got there faster than I could. So a 7?
Still only a partial, yeah.
Yeah. So is it are you gonna take a condition or is it unstable
I mean,
or temporary?
I think it's I think she's a little caught up in trying to prove herself. So I think she's a little angry. And that's the condition.
Cool. Well, to flavor that, so you run and leap and like do some unnecessary one-handed cartwheels and a bunch of back straight just to like show off, and then you leap up and you get about 20 feet. You're like, oh, this was a terrible idea. And then you see Impact kind of go, and then with those of you who are watching, kind of wave his hand a little bit, and you I mean, you kind of feel a little bit of a push. You're not quite sure until you land, and then you look back and realize it's like, I can't jump 50 feet. And then he's just like, oh, that was great. Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
And then I just
You're super cool.
stalk off because I know, like, don't lie to me. Just
Yeah. I assume Tilder's just gonna make a bridge for people
I'm
to
just
walk
gonna
across.
Make a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So here's the, I don't know, like it's got a bunch of levels and stuff, and it goes way down. There's like one that's got water in it, and I don't know. I haven't really come very far down here because I'm kind of afraid to mess with anything. But I guess I'm supposed to watch after it, so that's cool.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna find an access panel and just kind of look for a map and
Go ahead. Rare the top.
13 to unleash powers.
Yes. Yeah, you can get a top level. Some stuff has like really advanced security. You know this. But yeah, you've got user level access. You probably have the same level of access that he has. And he can rattle off all the different, it's like, oh, and here's the holding cells, and here's the weird room that has all of his, like all the old versions of his various different costumes and some new costumes. He's got a robotic costume like that he uses when he goes out into space. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. Gadgets galore.
Cool. So here's the general layout. And here's like the map. And here's the fabrication room, which sounds really cool.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go there. But if you guys want to check something out, feel free? Question mark.
Well, he'll go with Dilly for sure.
Yeah.
Does everyone go to the fabrication facility, or do other people poke around other stuff?
probably poking around in other places.
I'm going to the fabrication facility.
And what about Ren?
If you're talking, so you're muted.
Zoe might have stepped away, but listening.
We're gonna say Ren goes to the so Spectre sneaks away.
Ren's gonna follow along.
Okay, so sorry, Spectre sneaks away, so everyone else goes to the fabrication facility, and then watch the bros bro out about the design. Nico will like take it, feed it into a computer, blow it up really big into a 3D thing, and go, oh yeah, I see what you're thinking about this, but if we do this, and we switch the material to this, and we treat it this way, you can improve the efficiency by 5%, and he's clearly like speaking Tilly's language. Whereas Spectre is sneaking off too.
It's a good question.
Thanks for the pain,
Villain why?
It's in the name.
It's true. Where were possible locations?
You tell me.
Like,
It has everything you would
Um,
expect the impact cave to have.
Yeah, probably wandering over down by the computer system.
Yeah. Central
Yeah.
command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm checking that out.
What you trying to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is Spectre trying to do?
Hack the planet, Spectre.
What?
Hack the planet.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Just trying to get in to see if she can get in. Because, I don't know, going off, trying to do stuff. What is this?
Unleash.
I need to stop doing Unleash. I'm gonna get so many advancements in one issue. Yeah, I got a 5, which is probably accurate because she's not really hard
So
stuff.
you just like, well, Tilly makes this look easy, and you just start typing really fast because that's as far as what do you think hacking is?
And then it like walks down the computer, and I'm like, ooh.
It's just like it's not. You do figure out how to turn the TV on,
Oh, good.
but it's stuck on C-SPAN.
Ah.
Just like and then it takes a while to turn the TV back off. You press some other stuff, and the printer starts printing really loud, and so you have to like run over and shut that off. And then so finally you're just like, this is really complicated. This is what Tilly's for. Why am I even here?
Yeah, why am I doing this?
When an alarm goes off.
Oops. It wasn't me.
And then so there's a table over to one side. So you're at this thing. You turn around and look, and then in the center of this table is a hologram appears. It is it's the like shoulders up of, you're gonna guess, a woman, but she's in costume.
Cool.
So tight, like you're not sure if it's leather or latex, but it's like super black, super tight, super shiny. Comes up to here. The mouth is open, but then kind of morphs into a mask and a full cowl with 2 little horns coming out the top.
I'll go over to it. Is it like a message, or is it like...
Is this thing working? She says.
Yes. Who is this?
I look at it. Looks like this is making a connection, but I don't. Look, so you need to come back. The puppet master has reappeared, and we're gonna need everyone on deck. I know you're supposed to be out there, enjoying your time and learning some stuff in Halcyon City, but there's some real stuff going down here, and we need everyone that we possibly can. So I'm gonna need you back here tomorrow. I can't even tell if it went through. We'll try again later. And then
Phone out, text team group chat. Hey, there might be something. Some guy called the Puppet Master. I think it's in Empire City? Question mark. Don't tell Impact, the new one. I'm just gonna call him Imp. Because it's weird.
Tilly was just about to tell him. And then is just like, so, oh, about this design. It's good, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, if you just
Also-
reverse the polarity, this kicks up the efficiency of the thermocouple from 85% to 97%.
Yeah.
I mean, super basic, right? I mean, you probably would have figured that out on your own.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually.
Why not tell him it's his city?
Because do we really want, like, I mean, we could check this out. Do we really want him tagging along?
He knows the city. We don't.
And we can learn.
That's right. And nothing. That's my point.
Look, we can do this as just us, just the team. And besides, he's probably gonna follow us anyways. But we can get a head start.
I just put lots of question marks.
I
Yeah.
put a lot of peaches in, just,
Really no.
Peach eggplant, peach eggplant. What?
Yeah. What?
Water droplets, water droplets.
Anyway, I'm sorry. This is probably boring. I can tell you guys are all on your phones. I mean, that's kind of what happens whenever I get excited about stuff. People are like, yeah, cool, bro. Yeah.
I can focus on many things at once.
I believe it.
I was already on my phone. I'm over here eating desserts while you guys do this,
That's
and
fine.
I'm on my phone. Like,
I'm not offended. It's all good. It's all good.
if you want some brownies or waffles, they're over here. Like,
Oh, I don't eat sugar.
But why?
I don't eat sugar. I don't drink caffeine. I'm wholly vegan and only organic.
I'm vegan, but
Oh, cool.
sugar is not. It's
Well,
a
but also
plant.
sugar is bad for you. It causes inflammation.
You know what else causes inflammation? How about
Fire.
a big ego?
I don't have a big ego. Hey,
Okay.
I feel like I mean, she's cute and everything. I kind of feel like I'm getting off on the wrong foot. What's that about? Was it he's
don't-
whispering to Tilda?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And Tilly's just like, I don't know, actually. I have trouble navigating relationships myself, I think. But that's all right. Everyone has time to learn.
It's true. It's true. Cool.
Anyway, sucks about sugar. You should try having not a human body that doesn't get inflamed. That
Right.
worked out great for me.
Well, it's mostly just because I gotta stay in tip-top shape. I mean, if you don't want to die, I mean, you can't be like, oh, I feel sluggish today because I had a bunch of sugar last night, and then you die.
Ren
Well, it doesn't-
is going to stuff a brownie in her face
Cool.
out of spite.
I mean, must be nice.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work like that. I mean, everything here in Halcyon City is pretty chill. You could have a little sugar today. Just, try it out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Stop trying
I'm
to
going
put
to try
sugar
to.
on him. It sounds
I'm gonna
like we're doing
provoke-
illegal drugs.
You're gonna attempt to provoke him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to provoke him
Roll
to eat
to
sugar.
provoke him to take a
Yeah.
bite of sugar.
I don't think it will work because I have a -2 because I'm guilty right now. And what do we add to provoke? It's probably something even worse. Oh, no, I
Superior.
opened another window. Superior? Oh, that's also extremely minus. Listen. Well, no, actually, it's
Oh,
not.
no,
But
it's a 0. That's right.
I'll zero it out. So I
Wow.
got a 7.
Okay, cool. So
They choose something instead,
they choose
which
something.
is they Stumble, err, or overreact.
I
Max the brown out your head. I don't want to.
no, I think he overreacts. And he's like, 'cause this, I mean, we have an idea who this kid is, extremely capable, but like doesn't have friends. So he's just like, okay. And then he goes and grabs a brownie and just shoves the entire thing into his mouth and starts chewing it. And then you can just tell he thinks it's revolting. He's like, this is great. Oh God. So sweet.
Isn't it? It's a lot of sugar in just one brownie.
I'm so glad I did this. I can't wait to eat more of this. Hold on one second. God,
Yeah,
how
bro.
do you eat that?
Here's a donut. You want to try a donut?
Absolutely not. Oh God. Ugh. I think I swallowed a little. Oh no. Is it supposed to feel like you swallowed acid in your stomach?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's really awful. I mean, it's cool if you want to do it. It's just that it's clearly not for me. Oh God, it's on my tongue.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should head out from the cave. Maybe you take it easy for a bit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm good. I'm cool. Oh, do we have any water?
Yeah. I just throw a bottle of water at him.
Cool. Thank you. I mean, teach their own. I mean, people.
Maybe we don't.
A lot of
eat the
people like
whole thing
coffee.
next time.
People like coffee. It's like it smells like burnt
Red
stuff.
perks up.
Yeah, it's just the worst. But I mean, people like it. That's totally
smells
fine.
great.
It
It
does.
tastes horrible, but each flavor is interesting.
I guess. If you don't have to deal with like the metabolic
Ren is
consequences.
just going to continue to stuff food in her mouth. This guy is getting negative points.
That's fine. Ren makes herself sick out of spite. Which is fine. Well, thanks for coming over. It was real weird.
Yeah, no problem.
You're welcome anytime.
Cool. I guess we'll see you at school. And over the text message, I'm just like, I think we can get a head start and then airplane.
I'm like, I don't think we have an airplane, but we can take the car though.
Which probably
I
flies.
definitely have an airplane.
It probably does.
And
fly,
Rez has an
actually.
airplane. Rez has
Definitely have
as
an
a
airplane and
godfather with a
helicopter.
spaceship.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we went
Right.
to space in my godfather's spaceship. We can get a plane.
Cool. So what's happening?
We are leaving here,
Yes.
and then we are going to Empire City ? Because we're nosy. Actually, we're probably going to ask you some questions, like, so what brought that about, Spectre?
Oh yeah, so
As we get into the car.
there was this hologram that popped up. I think it was probably that she-devil person that he was talking about. And she was like, blah, blah, you need to come back because we need you and whatever. But there's
Sounded like
apparently...
Dracula. Ho, ho, ho. You need to go back.
Hmm. Yes, definitely. I have great memory skills. Anyways, gist of the message was that there's this guy called the Puppet Master or something, ridiculous villain name, who's back. And so we should go help with that and prove
Puppet
that
Master was
we are...
not the guy from our first thing with the shadow thing.
No, that was the ringleader. Yeah, I know.
That was a game thing. That was Rachel asking, not Resident.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Don't worry, they're completely different things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, look, all I'm saying is that we can go prove ourselves as heroes and that we can handle ourselves and do things. And that is important.
Cool.
Or we could get to know more about the place that this new impact came from, so we can better relate to him, right?
We could do research on the way.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Just, yeah, you can get us the deets, right, Tilly?
The information
Yes.
about this puppet master, I can look around.
Yeah, that, and then also maybe the city itself.
I don't know if my gossip mags and my influence reach Empire City that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to make rolls to find information or do things, do that.
Okay. Da-da-da.
Someone could call their mom. Their mom probably spent some time in Empire City.
Yeah, that's true.
Residence is like, oh. I stopped subscribing to that one.
Well, no, I mean it's okay because I rolled a 5 and it's superior, so my superior is +3, I think, so it's an 8. But you know when you're like, it's a poo poo roll.
Yeah. So what do you get on a partial success?
Oh wait, no, my superior is only a 2.
That's still a 7.
Savior, that's 2. On a 10, ask 3. On a 7 to 9, ask 1. What are they up to? What or who do they care about most? What allies do they have? Or enemies? Where and when can I find them? How could I make them vulnerable to me? I think because I don't think story-wise the thingy would know about the puppet master, so I'm going to ask about where can I find She-Devil.
Oh, okay.
She is a celebrity.
Yeah. So there is no one knows. Well, there are rumors where people think it is. But there's a place called the Devil's Den that is supposed to be some sort of like invitation only super cool underground nightclub that she either like runs or frequents or something. It's kind of like it's like her base.
Mm-hmm.
And like supposedly if you ask around the right people and you're super cool, you might get an invite. And if she doesn't like you, she will beat you up and they will find you in an alley. And if she does like you, that's super cool because she's super cool. Unless you're a villain. So you get a lead on the Devil's Den.
Okay.
Tilly.
I just relayed that to everyone.
I got a 8 to unleash my powers to hack.
Cool.
Or just Google good, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'll just mark insecure because we're going to a weird place.
Cool.
It's different to an unusual place.
There's not a lot of the reason that you are having difficulties. There's not a lot of information. And in fact, a lot of it for 2 reasons. One, a lot of it's been redacted, and also because the puppet master hasn't been active for about 20 years. But you're able to get into some classified databases, and the puppet master is bad news. He has been the scourge of Empire City off and on for nearly a century. He has always appeared as a physically rather feeble old man. But somehow is able to bend people to his will, whether it's with like magic or psychic powers or just manipulation and blackmail and extortion and stuff. Who knows? But he is suspected in the death of a number of top flight superheroes, and a bunch of civilians. And this is the type of villain that you just don't see in Halcyon City. Real bad dude. Flip side is there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Like anytime anything goes wrong, people are like, oh, it's the puppet master. And everyone else is like, oh, you're crazy. Surely he's dead by now. He was old in the 50s. Surely he's dead by now. So there's not a clear and coherent view as to exactly who he is and what his powers are, other than the fact that everyone agrees he is straight up bad news. And typically likes to operate behind the scenes. So usually people, at least in the past, people haven't discovered his involvement until whatever plot he has underway is well underway, which always puts the heroes that would resist him on their back feet, because he has been known to work, a lot of the holy, get every member of the city council under his thumb, spend years on a plot, and then bring it all together at the end. His prime motivation appears to be wealth and power and sadistic enjoyment of making life awful for people. And then you see a list of the adult heroes who have died, in theory, as a result of confronting him.
Definitely not worrying at all.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Cool.
Definitely not thinking of that one time we went to an alternate dimension and there was like a death of an adult superhero before us. One of the first times that some of us have ever seen something like that. This is fine.
Yeah. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in Halcyon City. But Empire City is different. So cool. Are you taking the Lala Jet? Are you flying the Spectromobile? Sorry, I guess it's the Sceptermobile, or it was the Sceptermobile. Maybe it's now the Spectromobile.
Yeah.
Or both?
Could take both.
Why not both?
Okay.
I think it depends. I think we have to make a decision about how we want to appear into Empire City. If we want to appear into Empire City as, hey, look, here's a bunch of random superheroes that turned up, then cool, let's take Spectre's car. If we want to appear in and like check out the city a little bit before, like, and go as our normal selves, then I suggest we take like my helicopter or my plane, because we can land on a helipad and we can just be like, hey, look, it's a teenage pop star from another city who's come out for a day with her girlfriends and guy and like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it depends on how you want to get there. I'm thinking maybe it would be best not to arrive as big superheroes in a city where people die all the time, but that's just
Probably better to be subtle.
Yeah. So I'm wondering whether we just like go in looking like spoiled teens, kind of like just rich teens who are going to another city for the weekend.
Cool. So
Are we all good with that, team?
Yep.
So private jet.
Yeah.
You fly, and it's like you look down, you can see the Great Lakes below. You fly to the middle of the country, the northern part of the middle of the country. It's kind of where Chicago is. It's in that general kind of vibe. And you land on a nice private, a kind of executive airfield, take a helicopter, and you fly in like just over the lake, and you see the crescent of these big, like this is a massive metropolis, very similar to Halcyon City. But there's a distinctive kind of Gothic, like many of the buildings are significantly older. It has a somewhat darker feel to it. There's a lot of stone and chrome, and all the buildings have gargoyles and stuff hanging off them. It's quite lovely at night. And of course, Lala has, probably communicated to the agency to book you rooms at one of the big hotels. And like, even as you fly around, like even as you circle around, you can tell there's a stratification, right? There's in the center, and these big tall buildings, they look bright, they look modern, they look really cool, but you can kind of just see out into the rest of the city. It just has a darker feel. Air quality isn't great here, so it's kind of a combination of lake effect fog and just smog. The whole thing looks very kind of Blade Runner wet for no reason. But up here, when you land, everything's bright and crystalline clean, and you've got attendants that rush out, and they're like, "Oh, Lala," and you are shown to your rooms, which of course you've got a suite with adjoining rooms, and as soon as you arrive, there's a meal and all kinds of cool stuff, everything that you would expect. Everyone gets to live the life of a celebrity. The hotel has executive security. So once you're shown in, you see a couple of very beefy gentlemen, one of whom clearly has cybernetic enhancements. Actually, I would say that you notice just in the interacting with hotel staff and just walking through the area, you see probably 4 or 5 people who have cybernetic enhancements, guests, and not just the one of your bodyguards is the only kind of staff member that you see that has obvious enhancements, but a number of the likewise wealthy folks have kind of obvious cybernetic enhancements. It's kind of a thing here for the wealthy. And yeah, you have a lovely time in your hotel, and you can kind of look out the big glass windows and see the city stretching below you. And it probably feels a little frisson of excitement because you're you're not in space and you're not in Kamarkanda, but it's another kind of new environment, and it's it promises danger and excitement. So there's a little bit of that. And then I'm going to say you go to bed. And maybe that night, Ren wakes up and is maybe a little bit hungry, as often happens when all you eat is a bunch of brownies and pot stickers, and is maybe going and looking for a like a bellhop or whatever, or just a vending machine. When you hear a sound, Ren, behind you in the hallway. What do you do? Or Ren is AFK and then dies immediately.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm back from my AFK. I'm just low-key kind of checking the weather.
Yeah.
We went from 6 weather warnings to 9.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're there.
Is it a hurricane?
It is the hurricane.
Yeah.
It's Hurricane Hillary, so
Yeah.
that's I'm right in the cone of uncertainty, which should honestly be called it should honestly be called the cone of certainty, because that's pretty much where you're going to get smacked at.
Yeah, lots of rain. But anyway, you're in the hallway looking for a vending machine, and you hear a shing sound in the hallway, a metallic, like metal on metal. What do you do?
I'm going to turn around and look to see what that noise was.
Cool. Assess the situation, please.
Oh. All right.
It's plus superior.
We got an 8.
Cool. Ask one.
Let's see. What here can I use to defend myself from potential danger?
There's a cart. That someone had room service with like a bunch of like really nice metal trays on it, and some silverware, and some china, and like a half-eaten Beyond Meat burger and stuff. But like if you're looking for something you can shield yourself with, those metal trays would probably work.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna partially get behind the cart and use a tray to deflect.
Cool. So you pick up a tray.
Yes.
And you're like you hear something, but like you look around, you don't see anything, and you're like, oh, that's but still, and you pull up a tray and you're ready to defend. And then a young woman, hearing that, kind of pops her head around the corner and sees you, and she just starts running towards you, like super athletically, and you're peeking over this tray, and her eyes fix on you with like burning hatred. And then she is wearing what looks to be a superhero costume. So black, form-fitting, a little bit padded. And then she's got this kind of red, like you can't tell if it's a bird or something, but it's just these lines that radiate out into kind of like that on her chest and red. And she's just booking it. And then you start backing up, and then she leaps in the air, and shing again, coming out of her fingers are these spikes of metal, and she leaps down and she pierces through the tray that you're holding, and then we see a close-up frame of Ren with these spikes like right up next to her face, but they don't pierce, and then she yanks it back and then just stands looking at you. I've been waiting for this day. Been looking for you all this time, and then you show up in my city. This is the best gift I've ever been given. What do you have to say for yourself?
Who are you?
Who am I? As if you don't know. You who tried to destroy me, destroy my name.
I did? What? And her voice is raising up in all of these octaves as she's saying this.
She's like, enough of this. And then she jabs at you. The two spikes, like in her middle two fingers, she like withdraws them so she can do this, like right around your neck and pin you. What do you have to say for yourself? Any last words?
Hi, my name is Ren. Who are you?
Me? I'm the real Slasherella. And then fade to black.
Oh no, our villain pass.
Oh no!
Cool. Welcome to Empire City.
Yay!
Because being attacked by another superhero in the hallway of a fancy hotel is very much first night Empire City situation. Cool.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for coming, and thanks for playing. And we should do the thing where we go around and also do the end of session questions. And since we didn't get to introduce you when you first came in, let's start with Rachie.
Hi, I'm Rachie H. I have been streaming again sometimes. Recently I've been playing Just Dance, and I've been dancing like a fool, and it's fun. And then I've also been playing Demonologist, not Dermatologist. They're very different. Yeah, that was fun. And you can find me at everything that says RateGH. And all my socials are on, all my socials are on my Twitch page. So if you go there, press that. I would say from where I was last time, I'm clearly closer to the team because I'd basically gone, I hate you all, and ran away. And I've come back and I've actually done stuff with them. I don't know who in particular, though, would have made me feel closer to the team. You know what? Today, I'll give it to Ren because Ren has tried lots. Spectre has mainly avoided me. So Ren has tried. We won't say whether that trying was successful, but has definitely attempted it. So give influence to that character and clear a condition.
Lovely.
Clearing condition, which is afraid. I'm no longer afraid because I'm sound asleep in my bed, oblivious to what is happening outside in the corridor.
Yes.
Zodi.
Cool. Zodi.
Let's see. Hi, I'm Zodi, and I'm in danger, apparently, in the game, which is kind of par for the course. Ren is probably going to need some new pants with this new development. Definitely grew closer to the team. Ah, there they are.
So clear condition, take potential, and give someone influence over you.
It's definitely going to be Lala, who would have made me feel a little bit more welcome because she tolerated my punny jokes and she said I had a good one. So that felt decent, like there was a little bit of bonding happening there. That's progress and baby steps. And then I think she already has influence over me.
If so, then yes. Residents, you may shift Ren's labels if that is in fact the case.
Yeah,
I
she
have
does.
influence over Tilda, Ash, Deadlock, Fade. Was that what you?
Oh, so you don't have it over Ren. So take influence over Ren.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Fade is Ren.
Fade is
I was
Ren.
going to say, yeah.
I was saying, so basically
confused.
I need to just adjust the name. That's what I was
Yeah, change it.
Yeah.
Change it to Ren.
Yeah. Okay.
For now.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I think it is. I was just checking.
Change it to /Rel's next victim. I mean, what? And literally chop liver. No. So yes, you already have influence. Therefore, you may shift Ren's labels.
I think you're less mundane and more superior because you made a good pun.
Cool. And yeah, and clear that condition. I don't recommend clearing afraid, but you can clear any other condition. I suppose you could. I mean, you could just resign yourself to your fate and clear afraid too. Or you could take potential. Keep your conditions.
I didn't have any conditions.
Cool. Well, you should take afraid.
Potential.
Yeah, I probably should take
probably take
afraid.
afraid.
I mean,
Nope. Don't let him trick you into taking conditions when you don't need to.
Fine. Don't take afraid. So cool. Well, then just
Um,
take potential.
Yeah, we'll go ahead with the potential.
Cool.
Because while she's scared, she's not realizing, she's
And figured out yet. Yeah.
scared, but she's a bull.
Nah, she's on a
gonna
sugar
do
rush.
Right.
That's a potential.
Sugar
A
crash.
potential is that she could just like snap any moment because of the sugar.
That's true. Cool. Yeah, Mish.
All right. I'm Misha or Misha underscore lesson 3. You can find me here probably next week doing this again. Let's see. So as much as mechanically growing closer to the team would make the most sense, I feel like Tiller's growing into his own image of himself as a bro, doing bro things. And I think bros are pretty mundane, so that goes up to a mere -1. And danger can go down to 1 because I think Tilly's still pretty superior.
Yeah.
And also a cool robot, which I did a lot of that today. So
yeah,
I think that's where we're at.
And tough.
Cool. I think Spectre has also been growing into her own image of herself, but it's not necessarily a good thing. She's not becoming the person that she wants to be. She's becoming the person that she sees herself as, which is not very competent compared to everybody else around her. She messed up a lot.
You did flood a lot of roles.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad happening. So I think that she's pretty min-maxed right now on stats. I think danger goes down 1. And I guess freak maybe goes up 1 because she's feeling a little other. So yeah.
Cool.
That's that.
Awesome sauce. And I'm Zero. I'm here. You know me. Cool. Well, we should say again, thanks everyone in chat for all the banes and the boons, and thanks everyone for playing. And we will see you back here soon. And then we're going to say goodbye to the YouTube folks. Then we'll come back here and raid out and all that good stuff. So cool. Well, bye everybody. YouTube.
Bye.
If I can find my mouse and actually, okay, here we go.